All right, we're live. Welcome. Let's go. Walk-on.
Get it going.
New Orleans.
Am I live?
Welcome in, everyone. Thank you, Barstool Live from the Final Four in New Orleans. Thank you to Walk-Ons for hosting us. Thank you for everyone coming out. We're also sponsored by High Noon. Have I got a buzz? Do I got a buzz in my ear?
By the
High
way,
Noon.
the fact that we have full High Noons in front of Rico is a problem.
Very big problem. Very trigger. That's a trigger. High Noon hard seltzers. You can get them anywhere. Made with real vodka, real juice, and sparkling water. And we're also sponsored by our friends at Raising Cane's all week, all weekend. Best chicken fingers in the world.
Very good.
That best in the business.
Am I live? Can you hear me?
Welcome in. Everyone's here. And
By
we
the
got
way, I
bus
ate
bus.
one of those on our rundown, and I did love it, and I didn't use sauce, and I'm getting lit up for not using sauce. Everyone says that's like their jam, the sauce.
Big
so,
no-no.
Yeah, I'll redo that.
Yeah, I did the ads, but we got the must bus here. Can we get a little? I don't know what fans we have out there. Hopefully, no scumbag Duke fans out there. But we got Eric Musselman, head coach of Arkansas Razorbacks. I mean, we want to talk about the tournament because you obviously played Duke, but we got to first start with the fact that like Rico Bosco, he would kill you if it meant that he could get closer to Nate Oates.
That's what I keep hearing.
Yeah.
If you two were in a fight and he had a knife, he would have handed it to Nate Oates, no question asked.
Yeah.
Like no questions
Yeah.
asked.
I don't know why I get shamed for having more than one friend. Like what?
Well, because you pick sides. Also, I should have bad job as a host. Muss's assistant coach Anthony Ruda, who is a mastermind in offensive scheming, is also here. What?
Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
he is.
By the way,
He is. We're going to ask him how to beat Duke.
Well, he didn't.
Well, you guys didn't beat
that New Mexico and
That
a
was bad.
mastermind in offense. That New Mexico State game was. What,
Oh.
did you take a nap during that?
Yeah,
game?
we got to talk about that.
Offensive mastermind.
Yeah, let's just pause on that one. Let's get to some of the other.
What happened in that game? I mean, we bet a lot on it. We were watching it. It was, I would say, the worst basketball game ever played.
Worst offensive basketball
Yeah.
game.
I don't.
The defense was great.
A basket felt like a goal in soccer.
It was
like
every
that,
possession.
literally.
Yes.
It felt like that during the game. Too.
Yeah. So wait.
It's like, hey, we haven't scored in 8 minutes. Yeah, we just hit a 3.
Yes.
It's like a team went up 4. You're like, this game is donezo. No one's come back from 4.
Wait, so you're in that game and you're playing in that game. Are you just like, what do you say to the huddle? Like, hey guys, maybe like try to shoot for the back of the rim. Like everything was off. Would you tell them? It was so bad. It was so bad.
And go ahead.
We just kept telling them, like, you got to keep getting defensive stops because we knew we weren't going to score, so we got to keep
So
holding
that was your
stuff.
problem. You didn't tell him to shoot the ball in the hoop.
No, if you watch J.D. Note play, he was trying to shoot the ball in the hoop.
And the next day, I actually had a question on that. Watching that game, and then the next day he comes out and he's on fire in the beginning of the game versus Duke. Is shooting contagious? Like, is that essentially in a game like that where everyone's missing? Because there were some good looks.
Yep.
But nobody's hitting anything, and it didn't matter how open the shot by the end of the game. Everyone's missing. They had the guy who I love on New Mexico State. I watched him play the game before. Who did they
Teddy
beat?
Allen.
Teddy
Who
Allen.
Yeah,
did they beat
Teddy Allen.
They beat
UConn.
They beat UConn. He's in everything.
Yep.
Like, he's pulling up from the logo, hitting it. He had open looks for his U, not even close. So do you feel shooting is contagious in that case?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, what we did for the New Mexico State game, in all honesty, was we focused everything on Teddy Allen because he had scored, 37 points or whatever. So we did nothing offensively in our prep time, and it really hurt us from an offensive standpoint, but also defensively, we locked him up. I mean, we played great team defense on it, but certainly offensively. And there is a rhythm to the game. Like when if I'm passing and the ball's moving, the ball's got eyes, I think it's contagious. And same thing, you start short-arming shots.
Yep.
It's contagious.
So how much do you blame Ruda for the offensive game?
1,000%.
Yeah.
Well, we just stopped running plays and we said, let's just get an offensive rebound. That's our only chance to score tonight.
That was a hell of a game. And then obviously the Gonzaga game, which was a shocker, probably one of the bigger shockers of the tournament in terms of, like, you guys were 8.5, 9-point underdogs. How's that game happen after a game like New Mexico State where you guys were completely different?
Well, Gonzaga wants to run, and some teams elect not to run with them. But we wanted to get in a track meet with them. But defensively, thought we did a great job of containing Timmy because he's so hard to stop inside. But really, what we did is we felt if we could take away Nebhard, their point guard.
And you did,
And
yeah.
we did. We did a great job. We put a bigger body on him. We didn't put a point guard on him.
Now, afterwards, I don't want you to get in trouble with the refs, but if you watch that game back, were you like, Oh, that was nice how they were calling those fouls on Chet Holmgren.
Well, we wanted to go at Chet.
I know, but there was the third and the fourth, and I was rooting for you guys, but the third and the fourth, even I was like, oh,
We did a good job, Big Cat, of just going into his body.
Yeah, those were tough calls.
You guys have a good run in the tournament. I've been debating this, and Dan's a Wisconsin guy, and to me, they co-Big Ten regular season champs, whatever that means. I don't know if you saw he celebrated before they lost at home to Nebraska. And
Also,
went from,
Johnny Davis, National Player of the Year.
He went from
today
single conference champion to co, and a great choke job. But how does a coach, and I'm sure it's different, everybody, look at regular season champ, conference champ, and then making a run here? Because for like you guys, I would say Arkansas fans, and I'm a Michigan guy, and we didn't do great during the regular season. We made the Sweet 16, overachieved. I'm happy as a fan. Like, we made a run in the tournament. How much does that define how you think your fan base and you? Like, would you rather win the conference championship and be gone in the first weekend, or would you rather make a run, Sweet 16, grade 8, but you're middle of the pack? Like, how do you value what's important?
Yeah, I think all of us, meaning, players, coaches, hopefully fans, everybody's goal is to make the NCAA tournament, and then how do you progress and last as long as you possibly can. So when we start training camp in the summer, we're talking about how do we make an NCAA tournament run. We're not necessarily talking about how do we win the SEC regular season. We're not talking about how do we win the SEC conference tournament. It's all about how do we advance as far as possible in the NCAA tournament. So to me, that's an easy question because that's ultimately what we're all judged on, to be honest.
Yeah.
See, I don't know that every coach – that's how I judge as a fan. I think different coaches answer that.
I agree. I also think that there's...
Like, you were doing the opposite. You were doing your little tap dance. You were doing a tap, but you were doing tap dance like no matter what.
Hold on.
Was your season successful or disappointment?
No,
Didn't happen for the record.
No, we lost in the second round. That wasn't successful.
So disappoint you want?
I said I wanted to get us to Sweet 16.
So
my
disappointing.
point has always been, as a fan...
Is your mic on?
I don't know. These mics
don't
don't feel...
They're a little tight, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so, Pete, can you turn them up?
I think it's just, it goes, you got a big face. It's just a way.
That was a fat joke.
That was not. I'm trying
Why
to make
this
the
is
show.
not working.
There you go. See, if you put it in your mouth, it works.
How about this? No, it doesn't. It's not sticking.
Hold it.
All right. My point was, if you're a fan of a team like the Badgers, or even Arkansas's won a national title, you have to enjoy the ride.
Wisconsin.
No, that was Arkansas. Those are Arkansas fans.
Oh.
You have to enjoy the ride because at the end of the day, like, winning a national title is going to be very, very difficult and probably never going to happen. So enjoying the ride of the conference tournament. Also, like, this Wisconsin team was not supposed to be good. They were a lot better than they were supposed to be. I watched every game. Watching a game in the middle of January against Northwestern and seeing, and then getting an attachment to the team, the ride matters. So that's been my point. And the Sweet 16, obviously.
Who do you think had a
Elite
better
Eight.
season, Michigan or Wisconsin?
I mean, it's about the same. It's about the same. They should. I said that they got to get to the Sweet 16. But yeah, you guys obviously Elite Eight, back-to-back Elite Eights. Now, number 2 recruiting class?
Number 2 recruiting class.
Projected number 1 in the country.
So, wait, I thought you were an Alabama fan.
Are you honestly, you got so much going on. You don't know probably how he turned on you. Or
He turned
on.
Hold on. Trust me, I know.
All right, good.
There's no doubt that we're following, and we know. I mean,
Yes, he turned on you. He turned on you guys. Completely turned on
I've never said a bad word about you.
But you said a million words about the other guy.
You chose your side. Like, you can't have 2 teams in the same
with the same
conference,
colors,
same everything.
Logo,
both kind of both Muss and Nate Oates showed up around the same time. Like, they're both kind of peaking at the same time. They played in big time games against each other, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm a Nate Oates guy, but I'm also a Muss.
Let me put it this way:
I got multiple friends.
if you
Dave Grutman and Alec Monopoly. Like, we're gonna start naming friends.
Oh, shot at Dave.
let me tell you this: if you were in the ear of a top 10 recruit, you would steer them without a doubt to Bama.
Yes.
that's really disappointing.
I would.
That hurts, man.
This is what they do. That's fallacy.
You're not saying no.
He's not saying no. Right. I would steer Wisconsin.
No, I've been firm. I have multiple friends.
But you didn't answer.
Yeah, you didn't. Yeah, you didn't answer the question. You would steer them to Alabama. You'd be doing that. He does this thing. It's so stupid. He goes like this for the elephants. It's fucking nauseating, and they lost in the first round. We talk about Duke real quick. I don't know
You're
if this is
getting
working.
dominated by that microphone.
It's the worst. Duke sucks, yes, but you guys obviously played them. I don't want to speak out of turn, but Ruda did text me after the game, and he was like, "I think Duke's probably going to win it all," which broke my heart. Are like seeing them up close in person? Like, is it that different than every other team you played?
I mean, for sure, Big Cat, we felt like
These mics suck, Pete. They suck.
They were the best team that we played for sure. They really were. They get in the middle off dribble penetration. They got 3-point shooters. Their front line is so big. I mean, when you need a basket, they went on a 10-0 run after we cut that thing to 6. Coach K calls a timeout. He puts number 5, Bonchero, right in the mid post at 6'10", and the guy can draw free throws, shoot over you, take the ball to the cup. I find it hard to believe that anybody's going to beat them.
Shit. I don't want to hear that.
I mean,
I don't want to hear that.
listen, North Carolina is playing the best they've played all season, and it's not like they have stiffs over there.
Yeah, no, it's
They got
true.
players.
So wait, so when you do the offensive game
And
plan,
Kansas, I mean, Kansas is kind of being overlooked because that's the hype game is the other one. Villanova, the injury matters, and when we talk about streaky shooting, I've watched Villanova because they beat Michigan and then they beat Houston, and I swear nobody shoots versus them, whether that's just because they're that good defensively or other teams have had I mean, Michigan didn't shoot the whole season.
right?
So
So Ruda, what is what's the offensive like game plan against Duke? Because I went in the tournament being like they can't play defense, and they started playing defense.
They were really bad on defense.
Right, and it pisses me off.
I think like one thing that they've been able to figure out is they've mixed in a 2-3 zone now. So they play man to man, they play the zone. They're long, they're athletic. I mean, they're doing all. I know you do not want to hear this, but they're doing all the right stuff right now.
The zone is
And they're-
pussy
they're-
ball. I'll say
they're
it. That's
beating,
fraud. Play man to man.
Well, that's when we cut it down to 5 or 6s, and then they went to the zone and 10-0 run and.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm holding back is like UNC obviously knows their zone. They know Syracuse's zone.
I if I was the odds maker, I'd put Duke about -1. They're -4.5. I think North Carolina has as much confidence as you can have playing. They just beat them in Cameron. They're playing great. Outside that little collapse against Baylor, but Baylor's a real deal. I mean, defending national champion, they shot the lights out. I know it's St. Peter's, but if you saw where they were shooting, they were on fire. This is a coin flip. And by the way, all the pressure is on Duke.
Yes.
All of it.
Yeah, that's true. Muss, when is you take your shirt off after some games? What is like the criteria for a shirt off game?
Criteria is approval by my beautiful wife Danielle.
Okay.
That's pregame or postgame.
Okay.
Look
So
at
it
the
can happen at any time.
can happen at any time. I got to look at the cell phone real quickly after a W and see, thumbs up or thumbs down.
That shirt off.
A lot of it also has to do with physical conditioning at the time of the game.
Yep.
So,
So you're going to peak around March.
yes. The problem is this year with the torn rotator cuff, I gained about 10 pounds, so the shirt never came off. you know?
Right.
And so, but I'm looking forward to the upcoming season, having 2 arms, getting great shape. Never know.
Yes.
Well, you managed to take it off. You took it off with the sling the one game.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive, right?
It was.
Quick.
Quick, very quick.
Yeah, I was like, where'd the sling go? It's all of a sudden it's just off.
I got a good story on that, too. So Moses Moody came during the All-Star break, and he said, hey, Coach, Steve Kerr wants to know, did you cut the polo off? Or how did you get the shirt off so quickly? It wasn't cut off. It was sling off, shirt off, go storm
And that
the
didn't
court.
hurt?
Didn't hurt.
Damn.
One question I have for you
Pain.
for recruiting, and Michigan's in the same boat.
Yeah, so Arkansas, number 2 class in the country.
Yeah,
3
which is my
McDonald's All
question. How do you use, and I think it's the SEC's a football conference, everyone would basically agree to that. Do you use the football in the SEC? Arkansas has been down recently, starting to come back, but recruiting at what I would say is known as a football school. Do you use that? Do you think about that?
For sure. So the conference, right now, the coaches in our league, what people don't understand basketball-wise, we had more NBA first-round draft picks the last 2 years than any other conference. So the talent level's high, but certainly when we bring a recruit in, It's against Texas. It's against an SEC opponent. Some huge game that we know we're going to have a great crowd. And right now, Coach Pittman is on fire.
Yeah.
Yes,
I mean, we have
sir. I love when he does that.
we have
love when
great
he does that.
enthusiasm. So how your football team does trickles down to all the sports.
I got a question for you, Anthony, because I don't want to put Muss on the spot, but I just got this
throw me on the
tweet.
spot.
Yeah, I'll put you on the spot for him. Someone tweeted me, can you ask Muss why he blocks every Alabama fan?
Fair enough.
Why blocks every Alabama fan?
Why does Muss?
Well,
is this
well-
is the school of Rico Bosco? You blocking fans on Twitter?
Well, does Rico have a login to Coach Muss's account?
Yeah, he might. That might be what's going on.
I mean, that's the only reason I can see.
Yeah.
But
Would you want to ask Muss a basketball question?
Yeah. You're getting back to get. I mean, I know. Listen, I'm a facilitator. You guys are taking shots. Let the scorers score. Going back to Gonzaga, did you think it helped that you had a week to prepare? With that, obviously Duke and Gonzaga are very similar. Quick turnaround with Duke. You get the full week to prepare. Gonzaga and being the underdog, like, did that help you that week?
I think for sure, like the first two games, when you're a higher seed, there is. I mean, anyone that tells you that there's not more pressure is lying. So when we're playing Vermont, our whole thing is how do we convince our team that Vermont's really freaking good?
Yeah.
And that's a challenge, man. When,
Yeah.
You know, they're like, what conference is that? I don't know their school nickname. What are their colors? We know how good Coach Becker's team is, but you got to convince your team. We didn't have to convince our team when we're playing Gonzaga how mentally ready and focused. But without a doubt, when you have those 5 days to prepare, it's awesome. And then when you got a quick turnaround and you're playing maybe a team that's a little more talented, it's a nightmare.
How nice is it, though, when you're playing like a Vermont or Colgate last year where you might be struggling at first and then it clicks like, oh, we're just better than them? That must be a great feeling. Because during the Wisconsin game, Ruda actually texted me a screenshot because Colgate was up on Wisconsin early. He texted me a screenshot of you guys being down like 15 against Colgate last year. And then it just eventually talent wins out.
Yep.
So that must be a great feeling when it's like, oh, shit, we're okay. We got this.
It's a great feeling when you can sit down next to Keith Smart. You go on a 12-0 run, and Keith's one of the assistants, and there's still 14 minutes to go, and you're like, over.
Yeah.
Like, we figured it out.
Right, we got it. We got it. Because, yeah, that's the tournament. Like, some teams, they just run out of time. Kentucky ran out of time with St. Peter's. If they play 100 times,
I don't know.
Kentucky probably wins 90 times.
Yeah, that's interesting. I keep asking you, who knows the St. Peter's? I mean, they put together 3 wins. I actually had a question on you guys being Gonzaga. If they're in your conference, where do you think they end up?
Good question.
Unbelievable question. I mean,
That's
Unbelievable. Hey, let's just clap it up for Dave with that question.
Clap it up for the skip.
That's a hell of a question.
I have a really unique perspective because it was many years ago, but I played in that conference. So I went to the University of San Diego. And, look, the difference between Gonzaga's conference and the SEC, it's you can't even put it in the same book. And I can say that Auburn, Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, because Alabama beat Gonzaga, and then us. So where does that put Gonzaga potentially?
Middle of
Middle of the pack. What about
Anywhere from 1 to 5, probably.
Yeah, and and you obviously have a background too in a smaller conference, not as small as Gonzaga's, but Mountain West with Nevada, which that was when I first fell in love with the Muss Bus.
Those are the craziest runs in the history. They were down 5. They had those twins.
Every night, the Martin twins.
Up 2 the next second.
Every night.
Like, what is going on here?
Every night I would be like, all right, is Nevada playing at 11 p.m. Eastern? Okay, I'm betting on them. And it would be like, you guys are down by 10 in the first half, and then something clicks. It's like a 20-2 run.
That was my live bet.
Yes.
With Nevada.
Yes.
They were down a lot late. I live bet them plus a gazillion. They lost, but it was like, and I didn't hedge it.
Yes.
It was the game. You guys must have been down
They
double
lost
digits with about 4 or 5 minutes to go. Came all the way back. The place was going bananas, but it didn't finish off.
Who was that against?
That might have been UNLV.
In the
It was the
tournament.
tournament. It was the tournament.
Oh, Florida.
Florida.
Yes.
Yes,
Yep.
Florida.
Yep.
So that team, though, and the Mountain West, like, it's obviously been talked about. The Mountain West has struggled outside. You guys had a nice run. What's up with that? Like, how is the Mountain West every single year? We saw it this year, 0-4, it's been like 20 years. What is it? The style of basketball? Like, I think it's good basketball, but it's more than just a one-off at this point.
I mean, so when we were at Nevada our third year, we were down 12 to Texas with about 8 minutes to go. We won that game. Then the next game we were down, I think, 22 to Cincinnati, came back and beat Cincinnati. They were a 3 seed. And then we lost to Loyola, which probably Texas and Cincinnati were better than Loyola.
Right. Yeah.
But the Mountain West is a great conference. A lot of its matchups really big cat. Like San Diego State has been in so many close games and just maybe can't win 1 or 2 games, but they're a great program.
I mean,
and also they play slow. Like even if you're better and you play slow, the chance for stuff to go haywire at the end is obviously great. And even if you look at the tournament this year, like the ACC theoretically can sit there and be like, what the fuck? We didn't get enough teams because the Big Ten got a million teams. They're all gone.
Get anybody.
Almost every team in the ACC, Miami included, made a run.
I got a stat for us, by the way. The Big
Ten
is
for Michigan, by the way. The only team that gets to the Sweet 16 in the Big Ten.
Purdue got there.
Yeah, and laid an egg.
And I think the last 2 years there's been 16 Big Ten teams in the tournament. Michigan's made a Sweet 16 twice, Purdue once. That's it.
Oh.
Thank God for Michigan.
I have a stat, though, for us. 7 out of the last 10 years, the Big Ten has 7 teams in the Final Four, which is tied for the most. So we just got to start saying that.
I like that stat. Again, thank you, Michigan.
And Wisconsin.
Yeah.
That's Michigan and Wisconsin basically doing it for everyone. And Michigan State.
All right, so what do you obviously can't, you don't gamble, but who do you think? You think it's Duke that's going to win it all?
I really do. I mean, they did so many things watching them live. I mean, we got to watch them play against Texas Tech. Texas Tech's probably the best defensive team in the country.
Yep.
We got to be in the top 5. They didn't flinch offensively. And the team watching Duke earlier in the year and watching them the last 2 games, completely different team. But a lot of that is freshmen and sophomores are now older. They got the whole year experience.
Yeah.
That's why they're a different team.
All right, I hope you're wrong. Rico, you got any last basketball questions?
I mean, obviously, you start looking at the McDonald's game. I know you had a couple of guys playing in that. Who's
3.
the guy? Yeah, 3. Well, 3. Who is the guy you're most excited about next year that people are going to be like, oh, shit, right away, this guy's ready to go?
I mean, we're excited about all of them, to be honest. They all bring something different to the table. Nick Smith's a dynamic guard, can really score the basketball. Jordan Walsh, insane athlete who can run the floor. And then we got some other guys that really haven't been talked about that were top 100 players as well. So really excitement to think about 6 freshmen along with some returning guys. So it'll be a great year for us, we hope.
Oh, I do have one last hypothetical for you. Let's say you're down 2, 20 seconds left. The other team's inbounding the ball. They inbound it. Do you have to foul?
Yes.
Our resident basketball guy had some real clock malfunction.
He was screaming at a TV
right around
the first round.
Right around that
He was like, don't foul. You don't have to foul. We're like, yes, you fucking do.
I thought we could spare 5 seconds to try to get a steal. It was during nap time. A lot of games going on. Brain fart. Real bad.
I will give Rico this. When he was in Fayetteville, he did diagram a play with our guys on the court. It was pretty good. I mean, not great, but certainly.
I need work. That's why I'm going to all these clinics.
Your guys,
I already hit Rudolph for the playbook.
I wish I could be like a fly in the wall to see how your guys look at him and just be like, who the hell is this guy? Yeah. What does he have on Coach Must that he's out here?
They were paying attention, but when he left, we had some pretty good laughs.
Yeah, like that guy was crazy.
That's the Rico Bosco story. You just told it.
Yeah.
And everyone, once he left, we had some good laughs.
Yeah. He also doesn't have a defensive philosophy, so he wants to be a coach.
Switch on
no
everything.
defensive philosophy.
That'll really work good.
Yeah, I know. All he does is talk about blob sets and slips, and I'm like, so what defense are you running? He's like, man to man. Like, well, what else? Nothing.
You got to score.
Nothing.
Got to score.
You got to score.
Can't just score 45 against Iowa State and hope for the best, Dan.
Oh, okay. Alabama lost in the first round after you said they were the best team in the country.
I did not.
Yes, you did. You want me to find that in December?
Best team on the planet.
Yeah, best team on the planet.
See, we take notes.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
It's
He's
up
the best
on the
team on the
bulletin
planet.
board.
Ruda forgets. He gets a lot of pig emojis after wins. Mike too. I got a lot of friends. I get shamed though. That's how it is.
You would take Nate Oates over Eric Musselman every single day of the week. And I would do the opposite.
Big
And
Tom,
I would
got
do
a
the
question.
opposite.
That's
Will
an
you
understatement.
wear a Must Bus shirt interviewing Nate Oates?
It sounds like I'm gonna have to.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thanks, you
Best
guys.
of luck.
Thank
Friend of
you.
the program.
Appreciate it.
Both of you guys.
Thanks,
We're going to fix the mics real quick. I'm going to do an ad. Thanks,
I think
everybody.
these mics are not fixable.
Pete texted me, said they are.
Oh, wow.
Said they are. We're going to have PFT and Mincy come up, wherever Mincy is.
Just going to scotch tape them to our face?
I don't know. We're sponsored by High Noon and Raising Cane's. High Noon, you get High Noon. Oh, we got new mics. Okay, hold on tight. All right. Here, you can do them first. Yeah. High Noon, hard seltzers. Keep it real, just like we do. Made with real vodka, real juice, and sparkling water. It's actually made with vodka, not with malt like other hard seltzers. Only 100 calories, gluten-free, and no added sugar. Real vodka, real juice for real fans just like us. Raising Cane's also is our sponsor. Only has One Love, craveable chicken finger meals. Order online at RaisingCanes.com. Raising Cane's has One Love, craveable chicken finger meals. We love them. Also, shout out Walk-Ons for hosting us here. We got to do some crowd work, too. Or do we have any Duke fans here? Any scumbags? Fuck them all. Do we have UNC fans here? All right. What about Kansas? Kansas? No? And then we got to have Nova fans somewhere. Rico was harassing a woman on the plane last night who was doing V's up. He was going like this to her, like a random lady. No, we're still on, I think. I'm on. I'll just talk through it. Shout out the Must Bus. Fucking love the Must Bus. I'm not a traitor like Rico. No, it's not working. Rico, can you talk? Mincy, can you talk?
No, I got nothing. Wait, no, I'm back.
Are you back?
I'm back.
So what were you going to say?
I don't know.
But it doesn't go far enough on his face.
Yeah,
I got a fat face.
It's a fat face.
There we go.
That's
There we
my
go.
my problem too, Mincy.
There we go.
Fat faces have a
Yeah, you
problem.
can almost hold it.
You good?
I will say it was refreshing to hear because I haven't heard that a lot. It's the run in the tournament.
Yeah.
Also, Dan, I bought you a present.
Oh, what do you get?
Don't say I didn't ever give you anything. But
oh, let's go. Yes.
a little
There it
bit
is.
right across the street.
That's beautiful. Anyone who needs a Coach K card.
By the way, for Duke fans, we saw this across. You guys have like these flags that look like they're Klan flags.
Yeah.
They just have a giant K. It's like, Jesus.
What does that say?
Come on, Hank. I
Common
mean,
hate Duke.
Oh, wow.
I said, I literally texted Dan. I go, look at this Klan flag. He goes, send me a pin. I'm going to burn it.
Yeah, I'm going up there.
You have like Kansas, Villanova, and then there's a big K.
It's crazy.
It's bad.
It's crazy.
I did a double take. That's bad. Yeah.
That's real bad.
Did you get one? Did I give you an updated one?
Yeah, I got
All right,
it.
okay. We can go over it too. I mean, I'm down to just talk about it. Wait, we got to talk. We got the king of the South here.
Let's go, boys.
We got Mincy.
Yeah. Heck,
Ben Mintz in the building. Yeah,
They love him.
there we go.
boys. Let's go, boys.
Mincy, this is the biggest weekend of your career.
Yeah, this ever since the Louisiana launched, I told Dave when I re-signed with Barstool in November, I said when this Louisiana launch goes down, I'm going to prove why you made the right hire myself. And it's gone down really hard the last few months. And it just is like lightning having the Final Four in New Orleans. Big shout out to Walk-Ons, too. These guys, congrats.
I'm not convinced you're not a majority owner of Walk-Ons, how much you talk about how much you love Walk-Ons. I mean, nobody loves anything more than you love walk-ons.
I love a lot of things, Dave, but I am a big fan of Brandon Landry at walk-ons for sure.
Well, it's not lightning, Mincy. You've been out here working your balls off.
Yeah.
And you've been going everywhere, single-handedly signing people up for Barstool.
Door to door.
We got to, man. You get handed a platform like Barstool. I got an opportunity to take it to the South. I'm going to do my damnedest to do it, man. It's a big opportunity.
All right, stop touching it. Stop touching the mics. Is what we're told.
All right, so I want to do something. When I got
Stop
up here.
touching the mics. Yeah.
I think this is important. We have an opportunity to really make amends for something that's happened in the past that I'd like to see happen right now, and that's obviously there was a video that came out a few months ago of Jake Marsh and Eric Musselman.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to shake hands.
Yes.
And it ended up in maybe the most awkward bro handshake hug that I've ever seen.
Remember this? No. I'll get it.
We got to pull it up. I think TJ might be able to get it.
We have both of them here today. I'd like to offer them a redemption shot.
Yes.
To see if they can pull it off on camera.
Was it on Bench Mob?
It was, Dave, it was an all-time. Jake didn't know if he was going, like, you know how when you don't know if you're going fist pound or handshake? Jake didn't know if he was going hug or handshake. So it became like this just horrible interaction that, what are you looking for, Rico?
Looking for the
Let's
video.
do it on your burner. We'll have TJ pull it up. He'll find it.
Here it is.
All right. Here, play it again.
Yeah, run it back.
Oh, and then he went the wrong way. That's the worst
part. And then
part.
there's Rico with a big box of free
Rico.
If Muss was going handshake and Jake thought it was going hug. Yeah, and Rico just...
Rico walking out with half the
free
equipment
lunch
room.
basket.
I would take a little bit of that.
Do you know how many kids...
Do they have any merch left for their team?
We put that out.
Do you know how many kids in Staten Island have Arkansas Razorback shit that they bought off out of a back?
Well, normally I would hit Coach up for a gift basket for CYO, but I got squeezed out. So there's no more.
But yeah, they should. We need to get them to shake hands.
Can we do it?
Or give a hug. I don't know what it is.
Well, let's let them decide. They won't say what they're going to do.
This could end bad again.
No, don't figure it out.
Let them figure it out.
Wait, go back to back. Go back to back.
Like a duel.
Yeah, like a duel. Then you turn around and you just, whatever comes, comes. All right, 3, 2, 1. Oh,
all right.
Crushed it.
All right.
Oh, he almost did it again.
A double.
He almost didn't get out clean.
Wow.
Way to go.
Amazing.
Way to go, Jake. Oh, man.
If Rico's coming to your campus, you have to lock down the match.
Your team is not, they don't have alternate uniforms for the rest of the year.
They were very generous.
Yeah.
All right, so, Mincy, what are we none of us know what we're going to be doing tonight.
Well,
tell us this
about
weekend.
the Hogs for the call.
Thanks, Dan.
So tonight and tomorrow, but tonight it's going down at UNO Lakefront. First ever Barstool Sports team, Team Portnoy. Hogs for the cause. Or Team Portnoy is a playoff. Team Portnoy. Tommy even dressed it up early.
I don't
That's the point. Yeah, Team Portnoy. We did a Team Portnoy press release earlier.
Oh, because it's Hogs.
Yeah. And so the port
replace the K with the T.
Yeah, that was the play. Though all the team names
I got it.
We're trying to raise $100,000. It goes toward families fighting pediatric brain cancer. They have a Hogs House in New Orleans where the families stay. They're building one in Baton Rouge by the Our Lady Lakes Children's Hospital. We raise $100K. We get a Barstool room in that house where the families stay and they're being treated for cancer. We're off to a great start. Really appreciate all the support we're getting online. It's going well. But it's also a throwdown. 90 barbecue teams, awesome music fest. It's a party till 4 in the morning. We got a late night. Come out there. We're going to throw down so hard. Perfect weather. UNO Lakefront tonight.
Mincy, the king of the South.
Save it
all right,
live.
so and then tomorrow it's all day too?
Yeah, it's all day tomorrow, 11 a.m. till 10 p.m. when the award ceremony's going on. We got a 50-inch TV and a couch to watch the games for those that can't, make it to the Final Four. But it's all night tonight. It rages late till 4 or 5 a.m. Lots of wild late nights. I'm going to show you. Y'all going to see something tonight in New Orleans out there. It's going to be a big, big time. Appreciate y'all.
I heard a rumor that Manny Fresh is going to be there.
Yeah, there's Manny Fresh and Juby. We've got like a black light DJ Iceman special at ours. You're a chicken wing judge?
Yeah, so Mincy approached me a couple weeks ago. He's like, we're doing a chicken wing contest on Friday. Sorry, Pete. Not going to touch it anymore. Fix your mics, Pete.
Pete gave us shitty mics, and he's like, don't touch it.
He says shitty mics, and then he talks to you like a child.
But we're trying to do it for the crowd, Pete. I don't know back home. If we don't do it, they can't hear us, Pete.
PD triggers.
But, yeah, I'm going to be there tonight. I'm going to be a chicken wing judge, which is maybe the role I was born to play in life. I don't know if anything's going to come close to dealing with what we deal with in Buffalo Wing Nuts, those wings, I honestly think about Wing Nuts chicken wings. Probably 3 times a week I wake up thinking about those chicken wings. I'm sure there'll be some good ones tonight. I'm looking forward to it. Judging barbecue in general is one of the best times ever. Happy to be on board Team Portnoy.
Hell yeah, thank you for the support.
Yeah.
Team Portnoy?
Team Portnoy. We did the playoff, the Team Portnoy with pork.
Got it.
All, yeah.
The K is where T would go.
Yeah, and then all the team names are based on pork. So that was
Got it.
Yeah, Lauren. Shout out Lauren. She
Got
came
it.
up with that.
Talk to me about this black light.
Okay, we've got Iceman
You
special.
keep saying we have a black light.
Yeah,
like,
we've got
a black light?
That's like you're talking my language. I ran a very big black light. So I want to hear all about you keeping like we got a black light. What
Okay, we got at 11 p.m. We've got a stage set up, Iceman special, awesome South Louisiana band DJing. We've got lights strung up. It's just going to be a huge throwdown. They got a whole setup. Everything.
So when I walk there, is it going to be like a major concert feel, or are we talking like Spencer Gifts, little guys strung out? What am I walking?
It's like an outdoor concert. They'll be playing from our tent on a stage, but it's the outside will be there. Yeah, it's going to be a huge throwdown. They're actually playing at the festival at 9, and then their late nights right at our tent.
How many people are at this thing?
I think I'm expecting about 10,000 tonight,
Oh,
15,000,
wow.
15, at least 10 tonight.
All for
15
you?
tomorrow. Not me, for the kids.
Oh.
For the kids.
For the kids.
Right, they raised $2.8 million last year. And I think it's a great thing for us to be a part of.
How much did Brandon Walker donate?
He donated $250, and I believe you donated $251.
Wait, off his new
yeah,
contract?
I
he only
forgot about
donated
that.
$250?
I appreciate Brandon's support, man.
Do you see Brandon also got a new Twitter handle? He's no longer the SEC guy, so
Okay.
you got a spot now.
All right.
Yeah.
All right,
You
Rico
should,
also
you
donated.
should
Yeah.
change your name to Barstool Mincy SEC.
Yes.
And then you're the SEC guy.
That would be
Okay.
nice.
All right. Well,
'Cause right now we don't
nice.
have one. It's a glaring weakness.
Mincy, is this the first major event? When was the last major event in
The-
New Orleans before this?
it
national-
really went down for Mardi Gras in mid-February. It's coming back now, but it was shut down bad for 2 years during COVID.
It was the
It's
national
picking back up.
championship game.
Right,
we
Yeah,
were here.
LSU
right?
It
national
was like
championship
a
when they
month
went.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
saying
still
that
on
last night.
Shreveport, Louisiana radio. I was down here for that.
I think
Yeah.
the New Orleans should be on like a short list rotation for this Super Bowl, like
Yes.
every other
Yeah.
year
Yes.
or something.
Yeah, Super Bowl 2025 coming back. 2025.
When's the last time Super Bowl was here?
The Ravens, when the lights went out, and the
Yeah.
Ravens Niners.
That's too long.
2012.
No, the Super Bowl should be here in Vegas. Just
Here,
going
the
back and
NBA
forth.
going-
Yeah.
here's- I don't even think Vegas. I think Vegas is almost too big.
They always
like,
mix it in
here is
Florida,
the
though.
perfect size.
Yeah.
Florida's always in that rotation too.
Just the state.
Yeah, but where?
I don't know.
Oh, Miami, yeah.
I
But
don't
Miami, I don't like.
No, I don't like that either. I think that everything, all the time, should always be held in New Orleans.
New
Everything.
Orleans.
New Orleans is a perfect
Indianapolis is
city.
a very good Final Four spot.
New Orleans is just the perfect city.
You could catch
It's my
both.
favorite city in the world. I'll say it right now.
Really?
Every time I come here,
Mine too.
I have
You
a
just play to
fucking
the
blast-
crowd, or
No,
you
I've been saying this. Like, I love New Orleans. I love everything about this city. It's perfect. I think more things should be held here. You can't spend a weekend in New Orleans and have a bad time. It's actually impossible to do.
You love it so much you went out and bought a hat.
I want to marry it.
The hat crew.
We
Yeah,
bought
the hat crew.
we went-
Hank looked at me. He goes, "Vacation hat." I'm like, "We're not on vacation."
No, we went to. Well, it's kind of a fun vacation hat thing to do.
Hank
in New
looks
City.
like he should be playing a cello.
But we're not
like
on vacation.
Long, just next to him, holding a cello.
He looks like he's in Peaky Blinders right now.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
looks,
Awesome. Rudy got a
trying to
nice
get back
hat.
to South Boston.
Rudy looks like, I don't know what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Maybe the sex slave that Chris DeStefano
By the way-
called you.
I remember as we're looking at the clothing, Duke. Why people don't like Duke? When I bought your shirt, they have a shirt in the clothing store that has Krzyzewski and Tom Brady on the same shirt. Yeah.
That's that.
Hey, Hank has to get
Coach.
that. Hank's got to
oh
get
my
it.
God.
He's not lying. He's not lying.
not get
Literally, it
that.
says, "Hey, Coach K, call Tom Brady."
No, no.
I thought that's what it said.
It's something like, please pull a Tom Brady, like unretired.
Yeah.
And they're both holding
Along the
phone.
same line.
But for Duke to don't put Coach Krzyzewski on a Tom Brady. That's wildly disrespectful.
Silvana
He's
says
a
it's
coach.
call Tom Brady.
Call Tom Brady?
With
No,
what
I
I
don't think it was
said.
call Tom Brady.
It's 2 against 1 now.
If
What?
you see somebody
Said
wearing
call
that
Tom
shirt in
Brady.
public,
Oh.
you should be allowed to slap him.
It's crazy.
You really should.
Only a Duke person would do that.
Please call Tom Brady.
There's got to be one with Jeter, too. That's for Marty, wherever Marty is.
Honest.
If it was Jeter, it would say, "Please don't move to third base when they get a better player for you, and isolate your teammates by you're not using Bob
There's a live
Shepard's
grudge
intro."
book.
You're
Grudge book.
bombing
Yeah.
in front of a live crowd.
What?
You're bombing in front of a live crowd.
Jeter's a scumbag.
No, but the live crowd's like, what is he talking
Okay.
about now?
You
we
can't
can
go-
do it later. Jeter's
You
a
can't go
scumbag.
deep into the Rico Bosco playbook in front of a live audience.
All right.
They don't know what you're talking about.
There. Jeter's a scumbag.
What about Mariano Rivera?
Killed the guy.
You guys,
That's not true, by the way.
I do actually think that there's a good chance that if Duke wins the national championship, or even if they lose, I think that there's a good chance we haven't seen the last of Coach K. I think he might come back a year.
I think
from now.
it's far more like. You don't think if they lose and he loses his last 2 games to Carolina?
I don't think so.
I think
John Shire thing's already so far in the motion, and they also have.
What does that mean, though?
Like
he
John Shire,
he is the motion, though.
No, I know. I don't think so.
Okay,
I hate Coach K more than anyone, and I don't even think he's.
Then you don't hate him as much as you think.
No, but I just don't think he would do it. Honestly,
he is all in now. They reached the final. I don't see.
Yeah, but he will show up. He will show up.
If they lose tomorrow, next year starts. They start out 8-11. Coach K doesn't come back.
Okay, so the problem is they have the number 1 recruiting class.
Yeah, my thing is this. If they lose to Carolina, specifically Carolina.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Every Carolina fan for the end of time has the final statement.
Yes, it is a legacy tarnishing game.
So that's why I think he'd come back.
I just don't. He's old. He's old as fuck.
How old is he
now? He's like 75?
Very old.
He's old. He's an old fuck.
That's crazy that his hair is still black.
Yeah.
Good genes, I guess.
Yeah, no, I think John Shire, and I'm going to have to figure out if I'm going to, I'm not going to just hate him right away. I'm going to let it come naturally. But it has been nice because at Duke has always been, you hate Christian Laettner, you hate Greg Paulus, J.J. Redick, all these guys.
Grayson Allen.
It feels good that, part of Coach K's little retirement tour, it's also a hate Coach K. He's gone under the radar of hate, I feel like. People don't roast him the way they should. They always talk about the players.
Yeah, it's because of the media.
Yeah,
he has the media in the palm of his hand.
Jake Marsh was probably he saw Coach K and he got scared right away. He's like, oh no, here's Coach K. He's going to yell at me.
One of those cards.
My question is truly for Duke fans. If you have them in a trust tree, do they think their legacy is sort of on the line? They've won a ton. You can't dispute that. But
let's get Marty up here.
It's a major
Mincy, you want to let Marty come up here?
Come on with it.
All right.
Thank you,
Mincy, we'll be at Hogs for the Cause. We're excited.
When I see y'all come, it's a big moment.
Oh, man. Are you going to cry?
The king of
Mississippi. Cry? Mincy might cry.
Can't wait.
Yes.
See.
Mincy. He's walking off with his mic. He's walking off with his mic.
He's hooked in.
What's up, Mincy?
He's walking off with his mic.
It's a great thing Mincy's done for the South. It really is.
He's the king of the South.
He is.
Marty, go ahead, you scumbag.
Here, you can take the mic for now.
Marty, when I saw the picture that you posted on Twitter today,
what was it?
I like Marty. Trust me.
That's
a
big statement.
I like Marty. I enjoy spending time with Marty. We have desks that are close to each other at the office. We talk a lot.
Power alley.
I like him. The power alley, as Rico calls it. But when you posted that picture today of you in your Duke garb, I looked at it. I just go, this fucking guy. For some reason, you getting head to toe in Duke blue, it pisses me off. It really does.
Well,
Marty's a scumbag.
Still not on.
Can you use the mic?
You can use the mic potentially. Right.
Try this one.
Listen,
It may also be that it's not near you.
I don't like when people go after Marty for not being a true Duke fan, because he is a true Duke fan.
He's
not
what makes
fully
me
a
mad.
true Duke fan. He is very, very invested in his team. Anyone who's you got to go to Duke to fucking be a Duke fan, no.
Hello?
I just don't like Marty because he's a fucking moron.
You see my diploma right there?
Yeah.
That's my
There's
diploma and where I graduated.
The four Duke fans we got in the office are Rico, Hank, Marty, and Jerry. How many years of college between the four of you?
It would take a lot. I got a diploma. This couch has been so sad. You're like, oh, I made it to the round of 34. You're like, oh, I made it to the round of 16. It's like, good for you. It's like, that's kind of sad loser talk when Duke is.
Well, Duke's on. No one's debating that Duke's on a different level.
What are you talking about?
But the question that you got brought up here for is if you lose to Carolina, which would mean Duke lost Krzyzewski's final game at Cameron, and then you lose in the Final Four. They've never played in the Final Four, right?
Never played ever.
No, they never played in the tournament.
So if you lose those two games to your arch rival, any time a Carolina fan wants the final word, they have it.
It's over.
Forever.
Yeah.
If we lose tomorrow, over.
Forever.
It's not even close.
I also think
forever.
you can already make the case. I've talked about this in part of my take, but you can make the case that Roy Williams, since he went to UNC, was a better coach. The teams were better at UNC than Duke in that exact same time period. Just look at the numbers.
Yeah,
Championships, ACC championship. It all adds up. But if UNC beats Duke in this game, Roy Williams gets to add to his resume. I retired at the perfect time to leave my team to a new coach that would then beat Coach K, who stuck around 1 year too long. At that point, it's no debate. At that point, it's Roy Williams, better coach at UNC than Coach K was at Duke in that time period.
He's doing, like, what you guys are saying, like, Roy Williams is looking for the camera. He's hogging the camera this whole NCAA.
Wait, I've always disagreed with what PFT says because it's on that particular point, just because it's like if you take out Coach K's best years, of course you can compare him to something.
Yes.
Like Coach K went to 7 out of 9 Final Fours. Like that's insane, and he won three national championships.
He's an egomaniac too.
Roy? No, not like Coach K.
What do you
no
mean?
one's like
I
Coach
think
K.
Roy's pretty big.
He's not as like Coach K. Not
He's
like
got vertigo. Every time he falls down, it's like, all right, well, he could fall down. Coach K can't fall down.
Yes.
Yes.
Because I think he actually has a medical condition.
Right.
So is Coach K. His back fucking hurts. You lay down on planes all the time.
Yeah, okay, but I don't say, oh, I'm gonna quit the season. Like if part of my take numbers were down, if I was like, hey, I'm gonna take this season off, and we're going to have Pete Gaudette co-host. And those numbers will be now on your record. And then I come back and I'm like, hey, guys, I don't get any of those bad numbers.
I think it's a good idea.
It's also, it's not just that. And you're actually, in my mind, not a typical Duke fan. Hank certainly isn't. He made up a fake college for when he applied to come here. Duke fans are very smart, very nerdy, and there's not many power sport programs that are small, private like that where you
Villanova's kind of similar actually.
Yeah, but
in a weird way.
But their fans don't act like Duke fans.
Yes, correct.
The Shasheskyville, the way they go banana, they're normal kind of biggie. There's a difference. I don't know. There are a lot of Philly people there. The Duke crowd, when you look at them, you're like, I hate that person. I hate that person. I hate that person. And by the way, you're not typical, and Hank's certainly not. Our Duke fans can't even spell Duke.
Correct.
They're not like normal Duke fans.
When they lose, too, though, when they get the shots of them, when they're sad.
They're crying in the second game of the season.
Yeah. Because we get shit on every time we lose. But I had a question for them, and they disagreed. Do you think that Roy Williams is, a little jealous he didn't wait one more year to be here?
No.
I think when I'm looking on the outside of something that I left, I kind of root for them to fail because I think they need.
Yeah, no, he's definitely a little bit.
No, I don't think that. I think he probably wishes he was on the sidelines of this game.
That's what I'm saying.
But I don't think that there's the North Carolina. To credit to both the schools, the family vibes that both those programs have, I think they truly always root for.
But he would
he's got to be a little jealous he had.
Yeah, he wishes
he had the opportunity to get this team to Final
he
Four.
wishes he was there, but there's not an ounce of them that wanted Hubert to struggle.
Oh, no. That part, no.
I think Roy Williams is actually happy that they got this far because earlier in the season, everybody was like, his hand-picked successor isn't doing as well as he should be doing.
Yeah, that's
now
true.
They've come on strong at the end. Now he looks like a good guy for handing it to this guy who's able to take them to the Final Four.
I think
he's very happy about that.
Yeah, and I was trying to think. I didn't think that long, but are there any other schools where you literally can't be North Carolina? You can't be the coach. Attaboy Pete. You can't be the coach unless you went to Carolina. Duke probably is going to be the same. Are there any other programs where if you're not through their program and didn't play there, you can't be the coach?
Yeah.
Who's the guy that took over for Dean Smith? I know that he coached at JMU, I think, for a little bit.
The tall guy, Doherty.
Yeah.
Doherty.
No, Doherty.
He was years. Was he right after Dean Smith?
Yeah, next was Doherty.
Yeah, Brad Doherty.
He played there.
I feel like they had a guy in between.
They might have.
They did.
They might.
No, I don't think so. Brad Doherty was right after. He was the first guy, I believe.
I don't think so.
Who? Yeah, Brad Doherty.
Right after Dean Smith?
Wait, are you our college basketball guy?
They saying Max Doherty?
Brad Doherty did not take that team in 90, whatever he retired. I don't think so.
Matt Doherty.
Matt
Doherty. Yeah, not Brad Doherty. Matt Doherty. Brad Doherty's the NASCAR guy.
I'm looking it up.
The point is,
we're correct.
Roy Williams
it was Matt Doherty.
Yes.
Bill Guthridge.
There was a guy in between.
Bill Guthridge, Matt Doherty, Roy Williams.
Did Bill Guthridge go to UNC?
Bill Guthridge,
longtime assistant.
Assistant at UNC.
The question I have to you, you made it similar, like this is the stomping, like this is the point where they own him forever. You see a little similarity with 04 and the Red Sox-Yankees?
No.
Because that kind of turned for, I mean, I know the Yankees won in 09. But the Red Sox,
both of these teams have won titles.
No,
I know, but that...
No. The Yankees, if the Yankees beat the Red Sox in the playoffs next year, Carolina can always be like, yeah, but we murdered.
Well, that,
and
I meant that
the
3-0 blown lead is kind of a timestamp that they always...
but the difference is Carolina and Duke have both won national titles in the last 20 years. They both have had success. What is it? It's 3...
Like if the Yankees, if the Yankees beat the Red Sox next year, I can't be like happy forever.
It's his first year against
no,
Coach
you
K.
just have
That's
it's Coach K. It's Coach K. Like you have something over Coach K forever. That's it. Like
I would
it's
say,
Coach
yeah,
K.
okay. I would
You know what I
the
mean?
Red Sox have that 3-0 moment.
But Rico, all year you're like, all right, first year coaches suck. They don't.
I didn't say that. I said it's difficult.
You
it's
said
very difficult first year.
And then you bet on a first year coach.
Wait, didn't you guys have Hubert Davis on the hot seat?
No.
I thought you did.
I probably did.
I may have
You
said
had Tony Bennett and...
No, I didn't say... I said...
Tony
Bennett. I can't watch that style.
Yeah, you did. You had him on the hot seat.
I did wonder if Hubert Davis was the guy. Now he's turned it around and made himself look really good, but they are Roy Williams players, so it's going to play out. But I did wonder if he was the guy. He's had a great March. You can't deny that.
That's true. I mean,
that's big of
you. Had a good one.
Very big
I was like, I don't know if he's the guy.
Thank you, Rico.
Carolina was struggling for a while.
Thank you, Rico. We don't have a lot of riders here.
Class act.
Well, Hank's too busy in his hat that he's not helping out Rico.
The thing about Hank's hat, I thought it was like a bit, but he's dead serious about it.
He looks great.
Yeah.
I think.
He said it's going to play tonight.
Yeah. No, it's a vacation hat. It's a fun road trip hat that he's got. I think he looks awesome.
But Rudy's looks like he just wears.
Shout out Pete.
My hat is made out of beaver. I'm wearing a beaver hat right now. It's from Czechoslovakia. People over at Myers Hats, if you're looking for a hat in New Orleans, you can do a lot worse than going to Myers Hat. Tell you that much.
It's a hat.
It is a hat.
It is.
Well, everybody else up on stage that I've noticed is you've been wearing like dark, muted tones. We're in New Orleans. We're in a party city. Let's get some color up here.
I'm just wearing a black shirt because I'm fat. It's not like thank you, man. There's no secret behind what I'm doing.
I will say I'm curious to see what it's like inside the Superdome for basketball, whether we're going to feel like we're far away or on it, because Final Fours, if you can be sort of close, or college or anything where you have divided fan bases, is like the best things to go to.
I just hope that Kansas...
Are they serving beer? No?
Yeah,
yes?
I think so, yes.
They had one at the practice.
Kansas and Nova fans...
They had one at the... Watch the guy walk past me with a beer at the practice.
I think they have. They've changed a lot of it. I mean, like the national title game when we came here, Clemson LSU, that was full beer.
They definitely have.
So that's got to be the same thing with the NCAA. Kansas and Nova fans have to stay in their seats and root very hard for North Carolina. That has to happen. It has to be full-blown fuck you.
I don't think that's going to happen.
No, I think it will.
Well, Kansas will be game plan, and the Nova people.
I think whoever loses...
I think there's an element
you got a Nova fetish.
I think there's an element that Kansas, the winner of Kansas Nova, would rather play Duke. It's a bigger game.
I think as a fan, you always root for the team you think you can beat.
I don't think either First of all, Villanova's the most disrespected program there is because they've been better. But they've been better than all these programs like combined over the last decade.
Correct.
But I don't think either program is taking a step back from whoever they don't care. These are two blue bloods.
Why do you think that the spread should be 1 for Duke?
Because I think Carolina is as good as Duke.
It's hard to judge because obviously they.
By the way, my mortal walk, I have done this probably 5 times in the last year, where before game started, I went on, made a video, and I'm like, you have to be an absolute moron not to do this. This is the easiest bet of all time.
This is true.
And it was Carolina plus 9 or 10 or whatever it is. I was like, Duke is going to be so tight, and they're going to be tight again.
Yeah. No, they will. Yes, they will. I don't think they'll be tight.
I know so.
No. The difference is I don't think they'll be tight for the whole game because you had that.
I feel like they've hit their groove.
the Duke-Carolina game at Cameron to end Coach K's regular season career, it was the tightness at the end of the game. Like, that game was actually kind of back and forth, and then Duke just shit down their pants. I think Duke will be tight at the beginning of this game. Like, I think the beginning of this game is when UNC has a chance to jump on them. Duke has shown that Michigan State game and the Texas Tech game were essentially the same thing as the Carolina game, where it was like back and forth, high stakes, and Duke in the last 5 minutes was like, we're better, and they proved it.
I think if you let Carolina run and you let Carolina score,
but Duke can run too.
But my point being, whereas Arkansas maybe, Texas Tech maybe, if you're scoring, and you're like, okay, time to play defense, you may be able to stop those teams. If Carolina's rolling, I don't care what you do on defense. They have the offense to score versus you. And just because it's light switch, time to put the clamps on, you're not going to be able to do that versus Carolina. I don't believe you will.
This is going to sound, I don't even know if I'm on anymore. Am I on?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Shop over here
for the whole thing.
This might sound crazy, but, like, there might be more pressure on the Duke last game than this one.
No, I don't think that's crazy.
Because, like, there was 100 Duke players that came back to watch it. It was a coach.
No, I don't think that's crazy.
The Final Four, it's like, all right, now they're in a rhythm. They know how they're playing. They're gonna. I think you're right, though. They come out a little hot.
If Carolina loses this game, who cares? If Duke loses this game, put Krzyzewski's 30 feet under. So there's still huge. All the pressure's Duke.
But the only thing is that, like, every game is like, all right, if Coach K loses this one, he's fucked. And then that one, it keeps moving back, and now it's like, all right, they've been doing it.
In a weird way, too, that game in Cameron, if that game doesn't happen exactly how it happens, both these teams aren't here.
Yes,
like,
I agree.
Duke needed that to wake up, and Carolina needed that for confidence.
I also would rather lose that game because if we beat them by 20, I'd be scared.
I've thought about it, how much I enjoyed that game, the T-shirts that were made, the jokes, and I started to, like, have the thought that I kind of regret it because I wish they had. I think if Duke won that game in Cameron, they would have been bounced from the tournament.
You wish you had saved up your hate loss.
Yeah. No, I think that propelled them.
I enjoyed it a lot. You got a hot run there.
it.
Wisconsin was winning at that time, too.
I enjoyed the hell out of it.
I'm curious from a X's and O's standpoint, checking in with our expert here. Rico went to the Villanova practice today.
Yes.
And he was talking to us beforehand about how legendary Nova's practices were. They practiced pump fakes.
Yeah, so it wasn't a full practice.
I'm curious, like, from what has changed in your mind after getting down into the weeds on Villanova?
He can't get Colin Gillespie's dick out of his mouth. This guy,
he's all twisted.
He literally crawls around on his knees following Gillespie.
He's all twisted because he not only has Colin Gillespie's dick in his mouth, but he also thinks that Kansas is a hammer play, but he also thinks Nova's going to cover the 4.5, so he's taking -2.
That's I want to know. I want to know. Final statement. What you think about this game? No wishy-washy. Final statement.
Hold on. Before you say it, I just want to say what he's going to end up saying is that he thinks Kansas beats him by 10, but he doesn't want to get backdoored with a 3 at 4.5.
By Gillespie.
and he's worried about Villanova free throws down the stretch, but they won't be going to the line because they're behind.
They could go to the basket, get hit. You laughing like you fucking a light bulb.
What the fuck did I do? You just say
I like
shit, and
Kansas
it's
so
funny.
much that I'm terrified. You've been in those spots.
No, you're so terrified. You're betting a -167. You're buying 2 points.
So Rico, final statement.
How much can you like Kansas if you're buying
final
2 points?
statement?
I've seen Nova never do anything
You
wrong.
put your balls on the line when you like something that much.
But you're buying 2 points.
My value play is Kansas to win the whole thing. I think they're plus 170.
Yeah.
I know your future. I think Kansas is as good as the other two teams.
I like that. And that's also going to be a pick-em probably.
Yeah, Kansas is as good as
That's
it's either
like
going to be a pick-em against
That's
Duke.
it's going
to be a pick-em against Duke, or you will get great value if UNC wins.
Yeah.
That's the most bets right now is Kansas.
What's that?
For gambling-wise, that's the most bets right now is Kansas to
Just
win it all.
future?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because people are thinking Villanova with the injury, they're gonna beat them.
Right.
Yeah.
And then if they do, you're in an advantage. You could get out of it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know how Kansas, my can't lose parlay loses. Kansas do.
That's
I
an
agree.
evil trick.
And the answer is because Villanova, which is the best program in the last decade, is being disrespected.
I know I have a future on them, so I don't.
Did you DM Gillespie after?
What'd you say to him?
Did. Of course he did.
You said, hey, you got a little nap break? I can come over?
Well, he did a video with Johnny Fanta.
Oh, no.
So I was like, I asked him about it.
By the way, I told
Dave. He's got a game to play. I'm not bothering anybody.
Dave's now a fan of Johnny Fanta. I straightened him out. I tried to Johnny Fanta. He's a fucking unreal.
Rising star. It's the best in the business.
He's the best in the business.
Not like that. I'm not gonna...
Whoa, what was that?
Who's another guy there,
Who was that going to be about?
JR.
Rothstein?
Oh, yeah, he doesn't like Rothstein.
Yeah, gum on your shoe.
Trying to end my career.
Rico's mad at Rothstein because he called. Did you see the saying he made?
The gum on the shoe.
Yeah, Rothstein does the sayings. Rico Bosco
He can't let anybody else rise in the industry. He's terrified of us.
Oh, you think so?
That's what I think.
Oh, would you say you're rising?
Have you interacted with him, like personally, 1-to-1?
I haven't since then. I'm gonna say, John, you could have just told me you don't want me to text you anymore. Like you didn't have to do this whole crusade of trying to end my career.
But to his defense, having to tell somebody I prefer you don't text me anymore is an awkward thing to have.
Yeah, but it wasn't like, hey, have a good Saturday night. It was all ball. It was all scoops. It was all personnel. Like, thought we were two guys in the industry trading tips.
Well, what's funny is that, like, John Rothstein hits up coaches like you hit up John Rothstein.
No, I hit up coaches.
No, they're the same person.
I got
they're
very
very similar people.
Yeah.
Starting to get a powerful phone.
I think it's like two Spider-Mans pointing
Rothstein
at each other.
sucks everyone's dick, so is he, but he's just more professional.
That's probably true.
If he wore a suit, I think
Said
it would
he's
be
more
a
of a
problem.
what? More of a person?
Professional.
What's going to happen at this party tonight, Rico? Because we're going somewhere for charity.
We're going to save
Yeah,
children.
go
We're save children.
Yeah.
No, you're not going.
I'm not going at all. Who said that?
No, Mincy said it's over by 9, so
It's
you
not
won't be
over
there.
by 9. He just said it's going all night.
So we're going to save children. You're going to grab ass with coaches?
It's a little networking event. Yeah, 6 to maybe I'll duck out of there at 8.
Is this the party that you sent the company email that you had to wear slacks and dress shoes?
I told Marty don't wear sweatpants. Yeah, I did.
But aren't they going to wear sweatpants?
Yeah, they're coaches.
They don't want to be all dressed up.
They're college coaches.
They don't look,
Oh,
What are you? Also, the way you.
Those are like, I know you're going to go tight, but those are mid-'80s Stonewall.
Yeah, those are Bayside Tigers.
Got it.
What? They are.
Is this just a roast? Like, what'd we turn?
Yeah, when we run out of material, we
ran out
roast
of the roast.
How do you not know that that's we got an hour to go, buddy.
Yeah, we're not even.
Yeah.
We're just coming around the first turn.
And we're just like, all right, what are we going to talk about? All right, we talk about that, Rico.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what we should do is let the crowd ask questions.
Oh, that's a problem.
That's dangerous.
That's a problem.
Why?
That's a problem.
Just non-skills.
Do we really have an hour left? Because I got to piss.
Oh, yeah,
Go piss.
All right, I'm going to go pee.
Maybe Hank can
come
vet
up,
some questions.
Come up on stage and
why do we have to
answer
vet
for
them?
your sins.
Well, I mean, they could be scouts.
I'm
wanna
looking
find
at this
people?
crowd, and I don't see any scales in the crowd.
Are we any scales out there?
If you're a skelly, you have
Oh,
to
no,
tell us
these
or
people
else
are showing
it's
up.
not
They're showing their blocked accounts.
Oh, no.
Actually, let's figure out why you're blocked.
That's a good idea.
Hey, can you get why this guy's blocked here?
If you're blocked by Rico,
Yeah. All right, let's figure this out. This is some great.
Donate to Hogs for the Cause. I'll get you out right now. Free pass.
Oh, now you're cheating.
I've always been charity.
But then he'll just block you. You'll block him again.
No.
All right, let's get some questions, Hank. No skells.
I'd love to do a segment with Mr. Moneymaker and just see how many beers
what
he's
did you do to get blocked? What's your name? What did you do to get blocked?
My name's Jared Rigby.
What's your Twitter at?
Jared_R. But it's spelled a little different, so we got to make sure Rico sees it. But I caught a
Illiterate.
stray bullet from the Balloon Boy edits. I don't think I liked it. My
You liked
finger
the
may
tweet.
have slipped. It might have slipped.
It sounds like you liked it. It sounds like that's some scale behavior.
I've got sweaty hands.
There
Finger
are
might have slipped.
many blocked accounts from the Balloon Boy days because every time a new Balloon Boy edit would come out, he would just block every person
Yeah, it
that
was a
liked.
24-hour job.
Or you could just go with a joke.
It's so far in the thing. I remember
a joke, hateful campaign. I see night and day there.
This is so long. I remember talking about you're the guy at like a carnival that twists up. What was it in regard?
It was because he sucked at his picks and he just come in and do his little act.
Oh yeah. You're a sideshow.
Yeah, and he's just a Balloon Boy, and then we would tweet the balloon.
That was a compliment.
Yeah, you're a funny guy.
Oh,
you don't think clowns are good?
Yeah, they're good.
It wasn't your pick was so bad, and
Yeah,
you were
for
still
quick. I got hot, then I get. I'm like a light switch.
All right, go ahead.
I'd like to give you the chance to apologize, and then I can help you.
Said Hank.
Do not.
Don't. I'll follow you.
Dave said no. I can't.
Yeah, I'll follow you.
No, you're blocked. Stay blocked.
He
Just
was-
stay blocked.
There was
Just stay
everything
blocked.
we said was factual. You're an entertainer. You don't. At that point, you
wanna
weren't
be
even
unblocked.
watching
You gotta-
football.
It's a
That's a
game.
fact.
One TV Dave's gonna shame me.
I don't have one TV. What? Remember when we? I offered.
Yeah,
the
he
bet.
did make the bet.
I
You
offered
pussied
the
out.
bet.
You
and didn't
pussied out
take
on the
it.
bet.
Yeah, because you had a loophole where
a
you were
loophole.
building the house and you had more TVs.
In every house I own, I have multiple TVs.
Okay.
One TV Dave. He works for Barstool and he's blocked. I mean, Rico blocks everyone.
Listen, we had a serious conversation with him to unblock people, and we're like, we'll give you a couple blocks so the real scales and people say horrible shit. He wanted 20 blocks for Barstool people.
Yes.
He's
Yeah.
like, I need 20 just for Barstool.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's half the
Yes.
company.
Some of those people can't get out of jail.
By the way, we got to do our picks real quick for the big three.
Okay.
Which, if you guys are betting and you fade us,
We're back
you're
live. By the way, landing in a gambling state is like the best.
The best.
Ever.
The best.
I have
ever.
tonight. My
best.
picks tonight live. I took the over in Dallas, Washington NBA.
I'll do that
Mr.
with
Ice is on the
Who,
over
Spurs?
in Buffalo.
Where'd that come from?
What?
The over.
He just said
I
he liked, he
researched
looked
it.
at it.
I landed. I went on and I researched games on the score.
When you start
By the way, our
researching, I like
Canadian
that.
friends, the score launches this weekend. So I have the over in that, and then women's basketball, women's Final Four. I did a parlay: South Carolina and Stanford. So there you have it,
North
live.
Carolina, Stanford. And the big three part promo.
I like the Spurs.
Just a little tip for everyone out there: if you bet fade us tomorrow, you may lose the day, but you get $10 free cash. I think we can't go over 500
Yeah.
at this point. I think we're too far below 500. So what are we gonna do? UNC over and.
I like the over in the UNC Duke game.
Yeah, I do
in
too.
That side. That's
I'm
my
saying,
favorite.
but
And
you-
probably Kansas.
What is it?
151.
I worry a little
That
bit about
low?
the delay. You think
Yeah.
that's low?
I think
No,
150
it's
is
definitely low compared to where they've played.
Fair.
They've been playing in the
I mean,
160.
75 in college is still a lot each team.
Of course, but they've been playing like they matched up twice this year. Both were in the
Is this going to be one of
Schools
those?
with blowouts, though.
Okay.
You know
That
what the
can't-
problem is? Potentially, it's going to be one of these arenas where they put
so I
the
looked at
blanket
it.
up, and it's like people can't see.
There's
the hoop.
no historic like the last time that New Orleans had the Final Four. It was all three went under. The time before, all three went over. So it's like, what are you gonna? I think you just got to play the teams and the pace.
Didn't you say it was hard rims at practice?
I thought the rims looked a little tight today. But
Why don't they just loosen it up for the viewers?
Why don't they just make the rims like slightly bigger?
Yeah.
Would anybody even notice
Were
if they
they
brought in like special
Long
rims?
nets? Because that's big.
didn't notice that.
Didn't
you know what?
notice. All right,
I didn't
so we're
notice
going,
the nets.
We're
I'll
going
take a
over
look.
UNC and what's the Kansas? I got to go.
Yeah,
Kansas.
I got to go Kansas.
You don't like the over in UNC Duke?
No, I do.
I don't know,
Okay.
It doesn't look too long.
So what do you? Why are you making that face?
I may be on Nova.
Okay. I mean, I'm
Heavy?
down to take Nova. He
Heavy?
likes Kansas.
No, I just think they're being so disrespected.
You can't say disrespect. Like, nobody expected them to fail to get here to the Final Four.
They-
No,
And now they're
Disrespect.
down a guy who's their second leading
Against
scorer.
Houston, they were
before-
disrespected too.
Before the tournament started, they were being
Okay.
disrespected. They're, as Dave said, the best team probably of the last 10 years.
Yeah, but
No,
the
not
Big
even
East,
probably.
Big
Not
East
even
was a
probably.
weak, was a weaker
Big East was
conference.
down.
Do you think there's
But
anybody
still-
here who I haven't heard? Nobody is saying Villanova is going to win this.
Because they're down a
because-
guy.
that's
They're down
because
their
they're
second leading
They
scorer.
were
I
thin
know.
to begin with.
They're-
so
it's-
now
it's
they
an
need
injury,
two
but
guys
it's-
to step up.
It's still a team
You
that
got to
has-
add it all up. It's the second leading scorer. They go 7 deep. Now they're 6 deep.
it's a big injury.
You got to get baby Archie Diacono to play
Yeah.
well.
Kansas is very
I
deep.
almost had a heart attack when I saw that guy. You're
I
telling
was
me
like, oh
there's
no.
3,000 of these guys.
They
And
are.
Gillespie
They're like
might
the
have been-
Flumleys.
Gillespie might as well be one of them
Oh,
too.
he's
Like,
definitely
they're
one
all
of them. He's definitely one of them.
crazy.
They even had when they had Dante DiVincenzo. He was like
They're all
a
the
little
same.
bit like he wasn't the exact same, but he was kind of similar.
And then even going back, Kyle Nardi. Wasn't Kyle Nardi with them?
Yes.
Similar guys.
Do you have Diac, the other guy? Are you got his number yet?
I don't know.
You working for
You
it?
know, baby Diaconos?
No, we don't have his yet. We'll make
Why?
a relation.
How do you not have that? How many numbers? Let's go through your numbers.
I got a lot.
Rico, show him what you do in the contact list.
What do you? Oh yeah, he blocks out the numbers.
Oh,
he puts the basketball. Wait, can I read the numbers?
I can't read the people.
No, can I read the names? The names.
No, because I mean,
Why?
Let's call one.
Is it hidden that you have their numbers?
No, it's not hidden. It's
So who cares? We're not going to call them. Let's read your basketball list, your
Read the
Rolodex.
basketball.
Let's get the
back,
Rico
too, right?
Rolodex.
It's not like you're just texting these guys; they don't write
No,
you back.
and who?
No, he talked to Nate Oates on the phone, and he asked,
Let's get the Rico
what happened with
Rolodex.
I forgot to ask Muss if he's ever had a shoot around optional that only one guy showed up to. Because that happened.
I mean,
Yeah, let's just read them. I'll read them. You want me to read them?
Read them.
Let's read them.
yeah, just don't read. Hold on.
Don't read one.
Well, no, because don't read that one.
I don't even know who that is.
It's a Staten Island guy. I just put the basketball.
All right. So Alex Aceta, Bama, Gio Baker, Rutgers, Coley Mick, Barstool, Buddy Bayhine, Syracuse, Brandon Walker. Is that our guy?
No, Brendan, JUCO, major JUCO mover.
Major what?
Major
JUCO
move.
Make
moves
sure
guys
your thing is
moves guys in the JUCO.
Okay.
Luke St. Lifer, Bryant Hoops, Op, Norm Crow,
so
Bama,
God.
Jonathan Maddox, Moorhead State, Hunter Dickinson, Ali Farouk Manesh, Northern Iowa, Colorado State, Tanner Groves, Brian Hodgson, Alabama, Jack Warren, Jacksonville, Miller Kopp, Indiana.
All right, he does need to do some
Jake
networking.
Hoots, West
He
Virginia,
sucked.
Ryan Lightfoot, GCU, Mitch Lightfoot, Kansas, Max, Michigan manager, Pat McCaffrey, Iowa, Matt McKillop, Davidson, Matt Meyer, Baylor, Alex Murphy, Storm Murphy,
Storm
Washington,
Bruin,
Mike Musselman, Jack Nunge, Xavier, Steve Arell, St. Mary's, Will Patterson, Oregon, Mike Raymond, agent, Anthony Ruda, Arkansas, had him, Safet Radford, I don't know who that is, Taylor, SJU, Preston Spradlin, Moorhead State, Aaron Thompson, Butler, Aaron Torres, Fox, works at Fox News, Fox Network.
Fox Network, yeah.
Got it. Tyler Watson, St. John's, weight manager. You got a little muscle guy pushing it up.
Wait, is Nate Oates not on there?
He doesn't have the icon.
Oh, because he's not a basketball
It's on
coach?
speed dial.
He's a snake oil salesman?
On speed dial.
Tyler Underwood, Illinois, was that the son?
Yeah,
son.
Brad Underwood's son.
Virginia.
That's
Is that
a
the whole
gimmick.
program?
Yeah, it's a gimmick. We keep going in and out of Virginia. I do the thing. I text it. Like, that's a gimmick.
Will Wade.
Yeah, he's in good spirits. Talked to him last week.
Good spirits,
He's in good spirits, huh?
He's
And Langston Wilson,
What's
Washington.
the vibe here?
A lot of guys.
I'm curious to know what the vibe is down in New Orleans on Will Wade. Because I like the fact that Will Wade did not say shit to the NCAA and was basically like, come punish us. And he ride it out until they had to punish him.
But now
That's the
they're
last
fucked.
minute. Now they're fucked. But
the
it's
whole
team left.
I still
No
respect
commitment.
the fact.
Literally,
This
the
guy's
whole
an
team
LSU
left.
guy.
I respect the fact that he.
What do you
didn't
think?
finish.
I feel like LSU cares more about baseball than basketball.
You win in
Well,
everything?
you would,
Track,
Yeah.
gymnastics,
football.
good school.
Would you? Where would
This
you
is
rank
your husband?
baseball versus basketball?
Okay. No way.
Yeah, that's what I figured. There's not many schools like that, I don't think, who put their baseball program ahead. Mississippi State, they won, so they do. Maybe some of these SEC
I would say
schools.
Texas maybe.
Texas definitely.
Texas baseball,
Louisiana.
big deal.
Raging Cajuns are always good in the College World Series. No?
Well, I don't know that they're like basketball, like
They
Louisiana.
put base. All right.
Megan Making Money just told me.
Vanderbilt.
Yeah, Vanderbilt. Megan
Yeah,
Making Money just told me the biggest lie ever. She said her husband's sober right now.
Yeah, right.
I don't know how she
Friday
said that.
happy hour?
I love Mr.
That
Making
means
Money.
he's in handcuffs.
Yeah.
Like he's in a dry cell if he's sober.
Mr. Making Money is, I'm a big fan of his. We were playing blackjack for about like 4 hours last time we were in LaBerge, Louisiana. And man, the guy knows how to party.
Mr.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
You're saying Mr. Moneymaker, Mr. Making Money is sober right now? Got it.
no
Still
way.
tough to believe. The last
It's a
time
long event.
we were at the casino, I cracked a joke. And it's like we should because we're walking through our new casino, and I said we should have a prop on when Mr. Making Money blacks out. He's like, no. That's only on game days. I don't drink on game days. I don't eat. I don't eat on
I don't
game
eat
days.
on game days,
I
yeah.
only drink. That's a one-time thing. 2 hours later, blackout.
I think there should be a bet on when he whites in, not like when he's like blackout except for this window in the morning.
Yeah. By the way, Raising Cane's sponsor and High Noons. We're eating them. We're drinking them. Best in the biz. Love it.
Yeah.
Shout out everyone. Walk-ons. Where'd Hank go?
And walk-ons apparently is everywhere. They've got like
crowd
60
got
locations.
Yeah. Hank's in the bathroom. He was going to get – we need to get more
The crowd
questions.
got him.
Skells.
So what else is going on? And we have this whole sheet here.
I'll just say right now about Raising Cane's, their Texas toast is the best toast in the country.
Unbelievable.
That's what everyone says.
Insanely good.
That bread?
That bread.
Unbelievable.
Rico, have some.
I had it.
Have some more.
I'm full.
Have some more.
I got a big networking thing in a little bit. I don't want to have to be.
Wait, so Rico,
you can't have bread before you network?
reading that
No.
Rolodex, you do need to go network. Those are some weak numbers. I thought you had more than that.
Rookie numbers.
Those are rookie numbers.
Got to get those numbers up.
What do you
Pump 'em
say? What do you say when you meet a coach? Are you just go right into like, hey, here's my number, text me?
No,
anything
not.
you need?
I mean, you got to connect.
When are we running?
Jamie Dixon was here before. I said hello to him.
Oh, in walk-ons?
Dropped the name. Yeah.
At walk-ons?
Yeah.
What was he doing here?
Having lunch. Great place.
Eating, yeah.
What? Yeah.
And you said hello to him?
Yeah, dropped
What'd
the
you
name.
say? What'd you say
I said,
to him?
hey, Rico, Barstool, we were supposed to have you on, scheduling, whatever. I said, I'm a good friend of Levance Fields. He's like, oh, yeah, Brooklyn. I was like, yeah.
What's up with you and Lance Fields? That's another guy you can't take his dick out of your mouth.
That was an all-time Rico Bosco moment when Elio was out crazying him, and he called Levance Fields.
It's my high school point guard.
Yeah.
Like,
Won the
what
city
play you
together.
going to run? He did a pick and roll.
Did you say we ran the city together?
We won the city.
Oh,
together. Won the
I
city.
said you ran.
Oh, we didn't run the city. Yeah, they should have been in the Elite Eight. He probably hates Nova. That was the game Scotty Barnes went the
Scotty Reynolds
went the whole distance.
Wisconsin lost to Pittsburgh that tournament in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Person
hated
high school
Levance
legend,
Fields. for that.
Scotty Reynolds.
I was a big
He was a
guy.
freshman when I was a senior. He came on there and just absolutely took over the entire conference.
I
Amazing.
still don't know why they pressed. But.
I had Pitt to win the national championship one year. They're the best team, and Dwayne Wade just single-handedly beat them at Marquette.
That Marquette team, yeah, so good.
In
So
terms
good.
of now that we've done a bunch, how do you rank or where do you put Final Fours in terms of destination-like events? Obviously, you got the Super Bowl. Kentucky Derby's one. I don't know if you can say World Series NBA because they're city-based. What else? I guess WrestleMania.
College football championship.
College football national championship.
I think
You
college
think they would have
football
the Final Four in
championship's mostly about like if your teams are in it. Then it's
So is
awesome.
this,
Like,
no?
This
Yeah.
Final Four, like I don't have a dog in the fight, but I'm still.
Well,
like,
New
it's
Orleans
still
is
a good
different.
place.
New Orleans is different.
That's
New
fair.
Orleans
That's
is
fair.
you can like if this was in Minnesota, it's a little different.
Yeah, they could be having like the coin flip world championships in New Orleans. I'd be like, sign me up, electric app.
Yeah.
Do the
I like
football,
the Final
do
Four.
football coaches go to the national championship like college basketball coaches?
I don't think
go to
so.
this.
Not like
I don't
this.
think
No, I don't think so. I like the Final Four though. It does feel it's nice how they do it over the weekend. I do wish they would do it Friday, Sunday.
Me too.
The Monday thing sucks.
It's good for TV, but
It sucks how late they put it Monday.
Or even
Like
Thursday,
9,
Saturday
18,
would be
Monday.
sick. Thursday, Saturday would be great.
yeah, it's all TV. They don't want it. They want it on
Saturday
Saturday
night's a dead
Yeah,
night.
yeah, yeah.
Hank just fucked us. Hank was supposed to ask people, and then he just went and took a piss
Questions
in his
for any
cool guy hat. In his cool guy
Yeah,
hat.
that guy who's got with the beard who got blocked.
Ceiling roof.
Jack,
We need to get him.
Give him a mic.
I think Hank went to the bathroom with
Did
the
Hank literally just leave with the
Yeah,
microphone?
Hank just had his hat on, and he was like, "I'm gonna go." He's outside. Get him. He's smoking. Get him in here
with the microphone.
Yeah, probably in his back pocket.
Corporate Hank has to have a conversation with.
Well, corporate Hank's charging overtime right
Oh,
now.
you have the mic.
What do you guys think? What,
Jake, can
what
you
team do think
walk around with the
travels
mic?
down
Jake,
here?
you walk around with the mic.
Like, what team's fans are the biggest presence here in New Orleans? this week?
I would have to guess Kansas.
Kansas and New Orleans
By the
in
far
North
the
Carolina.
biggest school.
Yeah, right. Like Duke and Nova are so
All the
small.
other aren't the other? Isn't North Carolina relatively small? Too?
No, it's a big school. I'm pretty sure it's
13,000.
No,
I didn't think
it's a big school.
bigger than that.
Yeah, it's a big school. If I were to guess, I would say like 24,000.
Yeah, I would guess in the 20s.
All right. Why was he blocked, Jake?
Why were you blocked? So I told Rico after a bad pick that he couldn't pick his nose.
Oh
So,
my God!
That's like the most harmless thing in the world.
I'll let him out.
That's
fair. It's fair.
That's harmless.
What's the handle?
At C Willis 879.
30,000, Dave. It's a big school.
Rico, I'm sorry.
You
All right, you're
blocked
out.
someone for saying if you couldn't pick
Congratulations.
your nose?
It's mean.
That's like
There's
saying
Hank.
hello to us. That's
Hank's
the
back.
easiest thing.
Who else
Got
out
him.
there is blocked by Rico Bosco? Anybody?
You were going around with the mic.
He's out.
Unblocked.
He's free.
Attaboy.
Hank.
Wait, do we have another one?
We need
Come on, man. We're on a live show. You go out for a smoke.
Hank.
We need you on Skell duty.
You think you could go in the bathroom out there?
Will we get you on Skell duty? Jake, give Hank the mic. Because Rico's, you gotta, Rico needs you out there.
That was fucked up back
What?
there.
We do have a Nate Oates story from the
There's a guy
crowd.
showing pictures back there.
Of what?
No fly list.
You want
No fly list?
Yeah.
Get him out. Get him out. Hey, make sure he's not showing no fly list pictures. What was that tweet? If you want to come at me, I'll take your girl. The Duke to do one of the best tweets ever. Did you see that tweet?
Not only did I see it, I felt morally compelled to retweet
You
it.
had to let the women of America know he's coming.
It was an absolutely electric tweet. I laughed at it, and as a rider, because I know riders can't let other people control their actions. So the best thing I can do out of respect is just be me. So I'm not going to let him dictate my behavior. That was a funny ass tweet.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Dude, if you've ever been out with Jeff it's just like a swarm of women around him all the time.
It's also
Counting women.
I mean, I think
who brought him up?
Someone showed a picture.
Fetish.
I think it also, like, Rico's going to think of it as a bad thing. It's like Jeff is doing a service to the community. He's letting everyone know, listen, I will steal your woman.
And let me tell you something. When you think
he will.
Like, all right.
This guy doesn't think his wife could get stolen by Jeff Nadeau.
Of course.
Crazy.
Famous last word.
Let me play a game.
No, Jeff Nadeau will come.
Mush,
no.
When you think of Larry Bird, who do you think of next?
Michael Jordan.
Wait, what was that question?
Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson.
Oh, Michael Jordan.
Did you say Michael Jordan?
Yeah, it's
absolute idiotic answer.
Yeah.
What?
I should have started with
in my head.
Bird and Magic.
You can't get it wrong.
Yeah.
And it makes both of their
Larry
legacies
and Jordan
that much
did do
better.
that
When you
McDonald's
think
commercial.
Rico.
Yeah, you do. Definitely do.
It's
true.
They both have elevated each other.
I would say, like, you think Jeff Nadeau, and then it's like Pip and Jordan. Jeff Nadeau, Rico Bosco.
Yes.
There, tip of your tongue.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One of
So
the
they
greatest
both have
rivalries
elevated their careers by having to play against each other.
Right. That's a good
I
point,
wouldn't say
Dave.
that.
Why not?
You'd hope people would see it that way.
That guy just pulled it up. You think Bosco, you think Nadeau.
You guys bring the best out of each other.
Absolutely not.
Hagler Hearns. Nadeau Bosco.
Without Jeff
Bird
Nadeau,
Magic.
Without Jeff Nadeau, we're just getting a podcast of you breaking down blob sets.
True.
Ward Gotti.
That is true.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
These are
Body
all
cock.
facts. Where'd Hank go? Hank, you got any more people blocked?
Gone again.
Hank's smoking another
I think
cigarette.
Hank doesn't even know what we're doing at this point. You got more people that are blocked?
He's got Cubs fans.
Or just questions in general.
Yeah.
We can take questions that's general.
Okay.
Anybody get questions? We
Send
can
it
take
around.
All right.
If you have questions, raise your hand.
This
Hank.
guy has a Nate Oates story.
Oh, okay.
This could be bad.
He has what?
I'm a rider, but I'm also broke, and Nate Oates was 3 rows behind me on Southwest this morning.
Oh, no.
Oh, Rico.
Oh, no.
Can't even pick your own seat on Southwest.
Southwest.
Oh,
Hey,
no.
Wait, what boarding group was he? This is important.
Yeah, what boarding group was
He's
he?
boarding group A.
By the way, can I ask an honest question?
Yeah.
Was that a bit you bragging about giving up your seat?
No.
No, he actually, that was 100%
Dead serious.
Actually, Hank, can you talk about
I
your
turned back to
experience
Hank.
last
Hank
night?
tweeted it. I didn't even try to tweet it.
Hank
did.
will tell you the Rico Bosco.
I wanted to say it was a hot plane. That's all I was saying. It was a hot plane.
I thought I did see you tweet.
Yeah, I tweeted it after because it was a hot
you
plane.
did tweet.
Dave, he
It's a
not
hot
only
plane.
did that, Dave, but he called, it was a hot plane, they hadn't turned on the AC yet. He called the hotel, and he's like, hey, we're delayed. Can you go to my room and turn on the AC? I just found a $100 bill on the ground.
Well, let Hank tell the story. 'Cause Hank will tell it correctly, and that it'll make
There's no way
Rico
what
seem
you
like a
said
great
is
guy.
Oh, it's 100% real. Hank was sitting next
It was
to him.
that plane. They get on and they're like, "There's no AC. It's gonna be a hot night." I was like, "I can't do this."
There was a lot of funny things. I felt like I was on an episode of Seinfeld at different points. There was, when I was walking on, there was a lady that was like, "V's up, Villanova fans. Any Villanova fans around?" And Rico was like,
Close to your mouth. Close to your mouth.
Rico kept looking at her at various points before we were taking off. she couldn't even see him, and he just kept going.
He's down.
I'm putting a hammer on Kansas.
She's just a random poor lady.
And then when he called, this was
It's the
maybe
Final
the
Four.
funniest part. He was calling the hotel. He gave the last 4 letters of his name, and then he looked at the person next to him and was like, don't put that on Reddit. Like, as he was calling them to say like his
Well, the kid
confirmation
said he
number
was
for
a
the
stoolie,
hotel.
so.
But he really asked for them to go turn on the AC?
Yeah.
He
You
all right,
don't
so there was,
understand how hot this plane
wait,
was.
first,
I'm telling you.
I'll set it up. It was
How hot was the
It was
plane?
very hot. There was a person in front of me. Me and Rico were talking. The guy next to me was like, "Hey, my wife is sitting a row up next to Rico. Do you mind if we switch seats?" Rico, man of the people, said, "Love is like people think love is dead." Absolutely, switched seats with the guy. Gave up a window seat for a middle
Went right
seat.
to the middle.
Let's get a hand. Let's get a hand.
It wasn't
Something.
hot.
Good job, Rico.
Couldn't sleep. It was
That's
tough.
a great job, Rico.
Tough.
It was a
I
powerful
don't
move
do
because
that,
I
by the
was
way.
not going to switch my seat.
No fucking
no
way.
offense, I wasn't going to switch my seat for his seat.
Can't keep a husband
By the way,
and wife
no, that's an illegal question. You shouldn't be allowed to ask that question.
I didn't ask.
No, I'm not saying
It puts you in a miserable
It
spot.
puts you in a no-win. You bought a window seat. You shouldn't be asked with an able-bodied person to switch. That's unfair. Wait,
That's the Rico Bosco difference, though. Rico gave it up, knowing that he was going to be more uncomfortable in the name of love.
yeah, but can't you ask it? So wait a minute.
The guy didn't really directly
wait a minute.
ask.
Can you explain the situation for me? The seating situation again.
Did Rico chase the person down and say, "Do you want to?"
No.
But
I'm in a window seat. Rico's one seat in front of me. I was the last.
You're
person.
in a window in front of him.
Yeah, direct
Okay.
2 windows. He's the
Hank
last guy on the
Hank
plane.
almost missed the plane
I
because
was
we got
texting him like, "You're gonna make
undelayed.
this plane?"
We got undelayed.
That's bullshit. A whole nother story for a different day.
I live 20 minutes away, so we got undelayed. I had to fucking
he was
run.
undelayed,
Go window and he's window.
So I show up literally last person on the plane. Me and Rico. I'm like, "Oh, I'm behind you." We're laughing. We're having a great time talking. Like it's like hot as shit. So we get to talking, and then after like 10 minutes, the guy next to me was like, "Hey, by the way,"
Middle seat guy next to you.
was like, "That's my wife." Middle seat in front of him. Like, and I think he was talking to me. Honestly, I was prepared to shut him down.
Yeah.
He was
How
like,
many seats in a row? 2?
3. He
So
was
you
like-
ask the one on the aisle. That's why I hate it. If you want to sit next to your wife, ask the guy who has the worst seat will go. That's
you think
why
aisle seat's the worst seat?
I pick aisle over window.
I
like
preferred
aisle.
it to
Middle for
I like
middle.
aisle.
He traded middle for middle, which is
Middle's the
terrible.
worst.
Yeah, that's fair.
Aisle. I
He
want to be
had
on the aisle.
This guy had no precedent to speak.
Well, here's the
for
problem that
window.
just clicked. This guy is an animal because he made his wife sit in the middle, not take the window. I'm just realizing that.
Oh,
I moved for a scout.
No.
This guy's animal.
This guy and his wife both had middle seats. They should never open their mouth.
Correct.
They should not open their mouth. They don't have any barter chip.
No.
Correct.
There's nothing.
He
to
still
trade.
made his wife sit middle.
Yes.
And meanwhile, as he's saying it, I'm fully prepared to be like, yeah, like I'm not gonna switch seats with you. And before I could even say it, Rico stood up and was like, you know what? They say love is dead in this country. Like, take my seat. It was a beautiful move.
Thank you, Rico Bosco.
I never was gonna do that.
Beautiful.
Need all my karma for Kansas.
Meanwhile, so Dave, then he sits down
Well,
next
you
to me.
lose the karma when you start dancing all over Twitter that
And
you
doing
did
this.
it.
He
I
sits
tweeted
next
it
to
after
me. I
Hank
was gonna
did it.
tweet it.
I tweeted hot
I had
plane.
to tweet it.
The main part of that tweet was we're on a hot plane.
That's a garbage question to ask somebody.
It was crazy.
I agree when they both
I
have
still
middle
have more of a
seats.
problem. He didn't
You
move
can't
for
do
his
that.
wife.
Aisle.
Yes.
Ask the question. If
'Cause-
it's window, aisle, ask the
What
question.
about-
That's
if
a
it's
McCarthy
middle,
move.
no, that's on you.
What about a move when I'm exit row, right? And you have to say yes if you want to help with the plane. Guy said no. Move
Oh,
to
I
first-
like that.
Move to first class.
I like that.
Oh, he must have known that.
Only
Yeah.
seat open was in first class.
Yeah.
He said
Oh,
no.
that's a
Straight to
genius.
first.
That's a criminal
That's
genius.
A smart guy.
He had to know that only first class is available.
Yes.
So Rico,
Super
after
genius.
after all this, after all
That's a good
the
hack.
hullabaloo, he comes, sits down next to me. He's fired up. It is hot as fuck
Hot
on the
as
plane
hell.
at this point.
Yeah, they didn't have
he goes,
yeah.
ready, watch this, power move. Calls the hotel, as if it was something you had done before, and was like, hey, I'm on a hot plane. We're delayed 3 hours. I got a favor to ask. Would you mind blasting the AC in my room before we get there? And they're like, no. And then he was like, they're like, well, you're not checked in. He gives the last name. He gives his last name. He's like, don't
Checked
put it on
in.
Reddit. And then they pretty much still were like, no. I talked to Lisa, live event Lisa today. And she was like, because she the plane delay situation. We were trying to figure out alternatives. Like it was chaos. She said she went to triple check at the front desk that we already checked in, and the two people they hadn't checked in was Jake and Rico. And when she gave Rico's name, all of the front desk people started laughing because of the call, and they're like,
I didn't hear this part.
I hadn't told you this. they started laughing, and Lisa was like, "Oh no, like what happened? Like what did he do?"
I've never heard anybody do that. To be honest,
And
It
she
was
goes-
at 60.
And the front
It was
desk
at
people,
60. It
the
was an
front desk
icebox.
people go, "We've had a lot of crazy calls. We've had a lot of stuff going. We've never had anyone in our life call before and ask for
Wait,
that."
Rico, you
One of a kind.
you offered to bribe them, right?
I did.
$100 for that is not worth it.
How'd you bribe it? What'd you say?
That's
you said,
not bad.
I said, yeah, I'm on the plane. I found the 100
No,
on the
it's not
floor.
worth
He
it.
offered, maybe when I get there, you hold it. But, you know, if you do the
Did
AC.
you give them $100?
The woman said, I'm not working there, so I need to find out when I know her name. I need to
So
find
you
out when
haven't
she's
even
working.
paid up.
You're going to
You're
give
not
her
gonna pay up.
$100.
This is where they
No,
victimize
Rico,
me.
you're
No,
not
we're not
gonna do that.
I'm not
victimizing
giving
you.
it to another guy and throwing it in the till.
But you're
I'm giving
not.
it to that
You
girl.
offered $100 and you're not paying.
She
anyone.
said, I'm not going to be here when
It was
you
an
work,
empty
but I'll
promise.
take care of it. I said, all right.
So are you going to take care of her?
As soon as I find out when she's there. Yeah,
$100?
absolutely. Yes.
$100.
$100.
That's such a bad.
160.
That's such a bad deal.
Horrible.
I walked into my room. The
You're
AC wasn't
addicted-
on.
you're
It took
addicted
2
to
minutes.
bribing people.
Yes.
For no reason.
You're around. He tries to bribe somebody every 2 hours.
Which
you wait in
I
line,
have
you're
no
a sucker.
problem. I have no problem with bribery. I have a problem with bribery that doesn't get paid out.
He
wasn't
tried
working.
to grease a Delta Club guy. It's $20 to get in. I dropped 100 on the
Yeah,
floor.
me
He
and
goes,
Glenny.
Rico,
The guy wouldn't
Buddy,
take.
I
I
guy
love you,
wouldn't
Rico.
take the 50.
I love you, and
50,
I take
50.
every opportunity I can to stand up for you. But if you don't pay this person $100,
I'm
I
paying.
think I'm out.
No one's going to
paying.
win. No one's
I'm
going to win.
paying.
You
I'm
better
out.
pay before tomorrow night.
Okay, we got to make sure
You better
she's
pay before tomorrow
Make sure
night.
she's working.
You gotta
You
find
know her
her.
name?
You gotta find her.
Yeah,
What's her name?
I know her name.
What's her name?
She may get in trouble for breaking into her. I'm not.
The
I know
first
her
name?
her first
Breaking
name?
into a hotel room to turn on the AC?
Because you asked her to.
She did her job.
She
Yeah, I
literally
know.
did her. Do you think that when they make up your room, they're breaking into your room?
No, I'm just saying. It's those goes against policy.
No, that's no,
All right.
that's
Well,
No.
I'm going to take care of it. She
No,
wasn't working when
he
I was
saying
landing.
he hoped that the lady that he was like, I hope she turns around, so he can. You were.
Oh yeah, I was going after him. It's the Final Four. Everybody's juiced up.
I was
Great
it was-
environment.
and he loves Kansas so much, so he's going to buy 2 points.
I got to figure that out.
What do you mean you got to figure that out?
Rico, you owe it to the people to tell them right now. You're not going to get a bigger audience than you will right now to make your pick.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm waiting for. I'm hoping money comes in on Villanova, moves the line a little bit. I really feel. I'm so confident, and I'm worried about it. We've all been in that spot.
But why can't you say right now who you're betting on? That's confusing to me.
You were saying Kansas for a hammer.
Yeah. Right
But
now, right,
also,
But is it Kansas? The
right
real
now, I'm
spread?
pretty sure I'm going Kansas -2.
2?
But,
so
you
it's minus
just didn't tell.
167.
I'll lay that.
That's
doesn't
not
make
how
sense.
it
It does.
works.
I will lay that.
He just didn't tell.
But you
too.
keep saying Kansas is going to
his
kill
neck.
him, but you got to buy 2
Because I'm
points.
terrified of
So
it.
take Nova.
No. I'll never take
What is the biggest you've ever bribed somebody? Is 100 your standard? That's what he did in Chicago when
Yeah,
they
yeah.
wouldn't give him the
When he
table.
dropped your name, yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you just dropped my name even though I wasn't going to the
I
restaurant.
mean, it depends, yeah. Usually that.
100? But I went to my room. We got in at like 4 a.m. It maybe took like 4 minutes for it to get cool.
No, mine was good to go.
All right, but I'm saying $100.
It's worth it.
That
I
was
can't
worth
sleep
it.
when it's
Well, you
hot.
haven't paid it, so of course
Yeah,
it's
so
worth
it's
it.
definitely worth
Free.
it.
100,
It was free.
100 seems like a lot for a cool room. I'll be honest with you.
That's
No,
what
it's
I'm
worth
saying.
it.
I like grease and palm.
My thing is, I can't be hot. I can't be hot like that going to
You need a
sleep
nap?
in the summer. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, your engine runs hot.
Definitely
Emotional
does.
face. Did you have any questions about the card, Dave?
Yeah, I have you read it? Like, are people aware of everything?
I mean,
have you published it?
I have published it. Yes. People,
It's a brilliant move. I'm gonna do a
people
LeBron
are-
card.
Yeah, people are like responding. They print it out themselves and they're like handing it around.
It's a very good thing to have.
Yeah. I would like to help Ghostwrite if you need help with the LeBron thing.
I have that original blog I wrote. It's like the top, I want to say, 30 things I hate about LeBron.
Yes, yes.
So that's a good start.
Yeah.
But it hasn't been updated in a while.
Yep. I mean, there's a lot of people who don't know like half of these facts. Marty doesn't even know any of these.
They're not all facts.
I had just forgotten. I put out of my mind the fact that just last year, Coach K canceled the rest of his non-conference schedule.
No, PFT.
I
no,
forgot.
back
I know
up,
about
back
that.
up.
It was
He
COVID.
said
After
in
losing
September.
global
He said in
pandemic.
September every team should
Hundreds
make.
of thousands
What does
of
that say?
people
Hank
dying.
has Duke. Bed sheets. I don't understand that.
Hank, where do you put Duke in your fandom? Like, what is your fandom across
Yeah,
sports?
rank it.
Probably
Good
below the
call.
pack.
And I want to hear Marty's too.
Current.
Well, I mean,
You can't say
All right, so when I
current.
was
You
growing
can't
up,
say current.
when I was growing up, because my dad was a Duke fan, and he didn't really care
you
about
can't
the Celtics.
say just because you're here. You're saying
No, stay
start
current.
the beginning of the
Stay
year.
current. No,
beginning of the year, you can pick anybody to win a title.
Yes, right. It's this year. You can pick anyone to win a title.
Celtics, Patriots, Duke, Red Sox, Bruins.
Okay.
Wow.
Celtics above Patriots.
And what?
Let's go down. Yeah, let's
We've
go
had
down.
all
Let's
the
go
Cel-
down.
The
Let's go
Patriots,
down.
Like I can't. We've had so many great times. Like they're on the top.
What if Tom Brady was still on the
I like
Patriots?
the
They'd
Tom
be above
Brady
the Celtics?
Probably.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Heels. All right. Now, I like this, but I like this.
I like it.
Yeah.
Keeps the crowd entertained. What's your
All right, what
fandom?
would you do?
Duke,
Yeah.
Yankees, Giants.
Duke, Yankees, Giants.
Yep.
That's it.
That's it.
I would go Bears, Badgers, and then Bulls. It's changed because of the Cubs. Like Bulls, then Cubs when before they won is different.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the top three right there. Bears, Badgers,
but wouldn't the
Bulls.
Cubs winning again like bring it all
Yeah,
back?
no,
like
well,
the Patriots,
we
the
missed that
Patriots,
window.
the Patriots
That's
doesn't
crazy.
get old.
What?
Bears, Badgers, Bulls, all B's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably that's. And I think the thing to me
pretty
is
bad, too.
the thing to me, and I think you agree, Dave. Super Bowl trumps everything.
Big ball. Yeah.
Super Bowl is bigger than
Well,
everything.
yeah. I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
Like
but
that's the that
I
is
like
the,
Boston. I think a lot of people have said the Red Sox World Series.
See the Super Bowl
Especially
is
with
just
how-
something that's bigger than everything.
What about you?
Mets, Duke.
Well, no, you're not a fan.
That's crazy.
So you only like the Mets.
I've chosen not to be as loud about it as Marty.
But you
like we
bet,
can
like,
brag
no,
for
no,
everything.
It's not loud, that's what I'm saying.
You've chosen not to root for them live.
They're playing Texas Tech. You bet
He gets
more
very-
Texas Tech stuff.
The last
You're not a
time
Duke fan.
I went against the game of the year.
Time out.
I ended up in the rubber room for a
Mets,
month.
Alabama.
I didn't want to go back down that
Yeah,
path.
yeah,
I
Alabama.
didn't want to go back down that
But
path.
you're not a Duke fan.
Alabama.
You see my
You are
basement?
not a
Duke,
Duke
wait,
fan.
hold
You see
on,
my fucking
hold on,
basement?
hold on, hold
Doesn't matter
on,
your basement. About
hold on. Let me ask you a question,
You gave
Rico.
us last words.
Rico, let me ask you a
I've
question.
seen you not root for Duke.
Let me ask you
Yeah,
a question,
it is
Rico.
game of the year.
Here's a
When he
very
gets
important
very-
question.
What does that
Hold
matter?
on. Hold on.
When he
Everyone
gets
shut up.
very
Shut up.
touchy.
No.
Shut up.
No.
Everyone, this is a very
Very
important question.
I-
This is a very important question. If Alabama was playing Duke on Saturday night in the Final Four, who would you be rooting for?
I'd be rooting for Duke.
That's a lie.
But-
That's a fucking
Dave,
lie.
if I'm his game of the year is Texas
I'm a
Tech.
rider.
That's crazy.
and I'm
That's
going
a lie.
Texas
Hank
Tech.
knows that's a lie.
He
He's
doesn't like.
rooting for
What
NATO.
does that
That's
care?
my
I don't
fucking
care.
basement.
You
I've
don't
been
like
rooting for him
Duke.
since I'm 7.
You rooted for
Bro, it's
Texas
his game
Tech.
of the year, and he gets very touchy about his game
No,
of the
you
year.
didn't do that
Like,
when it
you
was
know what?
What are you
That is
talking about,
all right.
Alabama? You had no problem betting against my game of the year with Alabama.
And I learned my lesson.
Yeah, that actually did make you.
It
lose your
did.
mind.
It literally lost my mind.
Rico, this is why you have no credibility.
Wait, Rico.
You rooted against them 2 weeks
I don't
ago.
believe you that if
He's a
Alabama was
gambler.
playing Duke, you would root for
No,
Duke.
it wasn't even him. It was because Big Cat bet on him.
No, he liked Texas Tech that night.
I
You
liked
said
him a
you
little.
did.
I didn't hammer him, but I
Oh,
also
you bet
were
on
like,
him?
But listen,
yeah.
as a
Oh,
fan,
get outta
as a
here.
fan, the game was like money line. So it's like who do you like
Okay.
better? As a
Yeah.
fan,
But
go
if
Duke.
you don't have to bet against them.
You do when it's the game of the year.
I did.
And
You
you
don't
can
have
go
to.
down a real dark alley.
All right, he is. I'll defend.
How can
wait,
you not
hold on.
know
I'm going to
after
defend
everything
Rico.
that's happened?
I'm going to defend Rico.
The
in this
last
thing.
time I bet against Duke was 2016, and I just knew Oregon. That's gambler. You got to tell the truth. Oregon was the better bet.
But-
They won.
Like last year,
You're not a Duke fan.
Last
Fine.
year, I rooted for Duke. No, they were horrible.
Wait,
you said
I'll
you
say
stopped
one
I
thing.
rooting.
said he lost. There's been some stuff
I'm gonna
that
say
even as
one
a
thing.
a big Duke fan, Krzyzewski has done some stuff that even me is
Yeah.
like, he lost
So
the
if
locker
the
room.
Yankees- if the Yankees were in the
I'm
World
not a
Series
Yankees fan.
again,
I'm a Met fan.
He's a Yankees fan.
can I just finish though? Am I allowed to finish?
Yeah, go
Are we,
ahead.
or are we doing the cutoff game?
No cutoff game.
If the Yankees were playing the Mets in the World Series and you thought
I would never bet on the Yankees. Their owner is a 2-time convicted
well,
felon.
you just proved
Hold
my
on,
point.
hold on. Time out.
That's true.
Time out.
But he just proved my
I have
point.
a question. I want to say something. I'll say one thing. Rico, the game of the year is a trigger for Rico because part of the reason
Big
why
time.
he threw the high noon was he got embarrassed by me betting Alabama in the national championship game. He seemed like an idiot. He put like 10 burgers on it, fucking roasted.
Dan is putting on a rider performance for the
hold
Asians
on.
right
Hold
now.
on, I'm going to back it up with one other thing. Rico, the biggest lie he just told was if Alabama was playing Duke this weekend, he would root for Duke. That's a lie. That is a lie. You rooted for Alabama harder than I've ever rooted for any
anybody
team in
with
my
the
life.
brain knows you're not a Duke fan.
Dude, you were rooting for Alabama harder than I've ever rooted for any team in my life.
I'll give you the Mets.
That's
your answer,
not true.
you almost threw up when I'm like,
Maybe
"Were you
not
better than the
true.
Mets?" You're like, I mean, the Yankees. Like, no, fucking no. That's a fan.
Okay.
All right, so who's your
Game
third?
of the year?
Mets. He likes the Mets. That's
Giants,
it.
Knicks.
Okay.
He likes the Mets, and that's it. Fine. I would go Patriots 1, Celtics 2, Red Sox 3, Michigan 4, Bruins 5. Distant 5, unless it's playoff hockey.
Yeah,
Hockey's
agreed.
Different breed. I would go Commanders 1. That's been a tough life.
That's
for
such
me.
a weird thing to say.
I know.
It's just not going to be.
It's just never going to happen.
It's
They'll
never,
probably
we're never
change-
going to
they'll
get
probably
used to
change
it.
Carson Wentz.
We're
Carson
never going to
Wentz
get used
has
to
the
it.
number 1 rating in terms of expected.
I'm never going to get used to it.
By the way,
by any quarterback last year.
Jim Irsay dropped a nuke on his head.
Jim Irsay, and I love Jim Irsay, so I don't want to get this twisted, but he's kicked out of the Carson Wentz community right now. He's blocked. He's blocked.
Well, he's out.
I can't deal with him anymore. Number 2, Capitals, obviously. Number 3, Nationals. Distant 4. I don't even want to say 4, Wizards. I think you could make an argument that the Washington Wizards are the least consequential team in professional sports. Like, I have no reason to ever.
Florida Panthers.
No,
Actually,
no.
the
Panthers
are
are
good.
good.
Yeah,
Panthers
they're
are
good.
good. I have no reason to ever waste any part of my brain
Worried
thinking
about the
the Washington Wizards. Ever.
What about JMU?
Well, JMU, obviously, like Sunbelt football, that's arguably like as good as the ACC right now. Their division that they just got moved up into is pretty strong. But yeah, I listen. I mean, when it comes to JMU basketball, it doesn't even register. Not even blip on the map.
You had Red Sox above Michigan. All right.
Yes.
I think it has a lot to do with also like the,
Patriots, Celtics, Red Sox, Michigan. 4 would be. 5 would be the Bruins.
To me, titles do matter though in the discussion. Like if you're going for an elusive title.
I got so tied in with the Patriots that they'll always be.
And that's,
like, I'm
that's
unbelievable.
That's more my argument that NFL is king, Super Bowl.
But it's not even just I specifically with everything that happened with the Patriots became like the face of the Patriot fandom.
You're saying
what is Barstool without those Patriots runs?
That's true.
You're saying like Duke wins Monday,
I'm
right?
saying like
and
in
then
the
I would
Cubs
want
before
like,
2016 where it
Yankees
had more
go up
importance.
Do you think of anybody when you think of Duke? Like as a fan, not an ex-player.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Really?
Jay Billis.
No, the
player.
Dick Vitale, Dickie V.
I think it's
Ken Jeong,
Ken
yeah.
Jeong
Ken
definitely
Jeong
won.
or whoever. Yeah.
He's the first one.
Grant Hill. I mean, they have a lot of.
But they're all
comedians.
players.
Yeah.
Players.
No, Grant Hill
no real
was my
super fan.
preschool teacher.
Ken Jeong.
No real super
I
fan.
don't even know. What do you mean?
Grant Hill was my preschool teacher.
He was a teacher?
South Lakes High School. He was a senior, and my mom taught at South Lakes High School. She was the orchestra teacher there. So when I was a little kid getting my diapers changed and stuff, he was part of the student program that would like babysit the kids that the teachers brought in. So I rooted for Duke in the 90s when Grant Hill was there because it's like, yeah, that's my preschool teacher. I can't root against that guy.
That's pretty good reason.
Yeah.
There really isn't. It's
Yeah, but
just
now we
Ken
got a lot
Jeong,
of
and
reasons
it's him
to root
and
against them.
Yep.
I mean, you
Silva.
You haven't even read this.
I don't want to read. It's
Do
not
any
all
of the programs? I don't think of any non-players for Carolina. I don't think of any non-players for.
Oh, Eric Church.
Oh yeah, now.
Church. Yeah.
Now, Villanova,
Go there,
none.
though.
Yeah,
Eric
no, he
Church
didn't.
went to Appalachian State.
Villanova. No.
Cincinnati, Nick Lachey.
Oh yeah, there's a good one.
What is that? Bill Murray's.
Yeah, well, Kentucky has obviously the blonde
Yeah, Bill
singer,
Murray's son
Ashley Judd.
coach there.
She's a singer or an actress?
Actress. Her sister was a singer.
I mean, Drake bounces around who's the flavor of the
not.
week.
I feel like there's big.
There's got to be big Kansas fans, you'd think.
Paul Rudd.
Really?
Paul Rudd's a big. Yeah, he's a big Kansas fan. Rob Riggle. Who else? There's some other Kansas fans. I wonder how many celebrities will be there tomorrow night.
I don't think there'll be a ton.
I think there'll be a ton of ex-players.
Although you don't know, Duke may bring in the Krzyzewski vibe of it's a big event.
I don't think MJ will be there. I think he'll come on Monday if they make it. I don't think he shows up for non-championship.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He was there for
his last game.
You don't think he's got Duke hate in his blood?
I think he does, but he also
He definitely does.
I don't think he wants to be there if they lose.
How do they?
Yeah, but you think he thinks
Gene it out of there though. When Michigan beat Loyola, Sister Jean got wheeled out of there before the clock struck 0.
Yeah.
They had to clear a path.
It will be. I
Put
mean,
it on
it's
a
going to
broom.
be.
You think there's a chance they could blow them out, like Duke blows
No.
them out?
I think there's
You
a
think
chance.
it's definitely
I think there's a chance both teams could blow each other
Really?
out. Yes.
I think it's close. I think it's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be a great game.
Wait, what did you end up betting on, Dave?
Nothing started, I don't think.
South Carolina starts in 15 minutes.
My bets again, if you want to get them in, it is I took the over the Wizards against Dallas. NBA, that's my first NBA bet in forever, 217. We took Mr. Ice over in Buffalo 6. He's been a little cold. And then
Game of the year.
What?
The game of the year.
The game of the year. I think
tough.
that
You guys, yeah.
I think that I think there's been a bastardization of the game of the year because it felt like he just did it. It felt like he got swept up.
Oh, I thought he meant it.
You think so?
think I bastardized it because I love
meant it.
Houston.
No, but he's
Did
done
it
this
right away.
before. Remember, he did that when I won my first game of the year. The next night, he did a game of the year and he lost. Remember that? And we were all like, "Dude, what are you doing?"
I've known Mr. Ice for 2 decades, so he hasn't won, but he's won this run. So,
He did have a very funny video after the game of the year when he's like, I'm sorry I lost my game of the year. Like, yeah, is it like bad because I'm up 30 units and I lost the game of the year? He spun it very nicely.
Nice spin.
It's a good spin zone.
Yeah.
It's a good spin zone.
Yeah.
I'm taking Stanford. I like Stanford.
I took Stanford as well.
Yes, I did as well. Russell Wilson's sister is on the team.
No
Oh, yeah,
shit.
we got
Yes.
the women's games, right?
Yes.
Take a
You know
look
what,
at
Dave? I like the Mavericks Wizards over 217 and a half.
I did it. It almost seemed too easy.
I might parlay those.
It looked too easy. I went down the research. At home, the Wizards score a lot of points. Mavericks score a lot of points. It almost looks like I'm
dog.
missing something, like there's an injury.
UConn's a dog tonight.
UConn's a dog.
Why
AG
would they
Bucks?
be?
I know that. Well, they're 2, but they're healthy now. I mean,
Pagey buckets.
Gino in a Final Four.
I mean, they needed 2 overtimes to get.
I don't
Yeah,
I don't think Pagey Buckets is 100% right now.
She played great
Playing
in
like
the
she's
second half.
100%.
I feel like this is Stanford tonight. And let's get some points out of the Wizards. Let's do it. You know what it is? It's a Porzingis revenge game.
I didn't think that.
Yeah.
But it is a fair point. I haven't been paying much attention. The Celtics have been rolling, but I'm in Florida, so I haven't been gambling.
The Celtics are going to make a run. Like it's time to get on board.
Yeah, the center, Williams is going to be healthy.
The NBA is
They'll make it past the first round. He'll come back to the
20
second
In
round.
the East,
make the playoffs.
who's in the East?
Giannis. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. He
Isn't
scored
that
like
a little
100.
too many teams?
What?
20 teams making the playoffs is a little
I
much.
know.
We're going to break down the U.S. men's national team draw in the World Cup.
That's going to be an intense game in our office.
Yeah, USA versus England.
Troops wants to go to Qatar. Maybe we should be.
He's
got to
be here for that.
on the air. But
Troop still hasn't apologized formally
that
for
is tough.
just never acknowledging he skipped a reservation.
That's insane.
what are your thoughts on him wanting to be in Qatar versus being in New York?
We need Patty. We need
Should be in
Troops.
New York.
We need
What's
expressions.
he going to do in Qatar?
Live.
We need
vlogs.
all of those guys.
Yeah. And we signed now Molly the Meatball.
And we need Molly the
Nice.
Meatball.
Molly the Meatball.
That's really set. Like it's like the inverse of the Yankee fans. When you go up against the Yankee fans, you know it's a bunch of dorks.
Yes.
Going
this
up
is-
against England, it's like we get our ass kicked.
Thankfully, you don't have to really. They can't pull the Thanksgiving holiday thing.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
With Patty and Meghan, though, they almost don't identify as being British.
Yeah, no, they don't like him.
They're Scousers. They're
Yeah.
from Liverpool.
Yeah.
So who would they root for in the World Cup?
They will, but it's not as important to them as rooting for Liverpool.
They'll root for the Liverpool, bred players on the England team more than England. They'll root for those guys specifically. All right, we got like 10 minutes left. We're going to be back on Monday. Thank you to Raising Cane's. Thank you to High Noon. We'll be back Monday 4 to 6 for the championship game, which
Monday.
They need to win. You're so right, though. Like, Duke is done for at least 10 years, maybe 20.
it's over.
Yeah.
You have the trump card forever. Everyone has it.
Hank's going to get a cat.
It is also setting up, and I know, like you said, Dan, you can't have a letdown game in a national title, but regardless who wins Duke, North Carolina, they won't be higher than they're going to be for Monday.
Correct.
But, like, the storyline does match up for Duke Coach K winning his first championship against Kansas. So it's like if they play Kansas, the storyline just makes the same thing.
Is that who they beat after UNLV?
No, that was his first championship was Kansas.
Yeah, they beat UNLV.
I thought they beat UNLV in the Final Four to get. I thought his first title was when they beat that unbelievable UNLV.
It was.
After they got
90, they lost by 30. 91,
Yeah,
they beat him in the Final Four. And you're right, it's a letdown.
Yeah.
And they beat Kansas.
Yeah, that was the greatest, I think, college basketball team in my lifetime, that UNLV team.
Yeah.
That was the largest margin of defeat in a national championship game.
Still is. I don't think it'll ever be matched. Yeah,
Coach
Larry
K.
Johnson.
Coach K.
Tark was also the famous.
Tark was just flat cheating out in the desert.
Oh,
the famous.
Well, Coach K
hot
cheats
tub.
too.
The hot tub photo came
Coach
out.
K cheats too. Corey
Familiar
Maggette said he got money. Right.
They all cheat.
Everyone cheats.
I mean, I have it right here.
Every single coach cheats.
Read it. Read the
All right,
card.
Let's see. Coach K cheats. After leaving Duke, star Corey Maggette admits to accepting thousands of dollars from his summer league coach. Duke received 0 sanctions or disciplines. That's actually like pretty much why Michigan got their banners taken down for that kind of thing. That makes no sense. Chris Duhon's mother landed a job working for Duke Booster, even though there was no job opening and everyone said she was not qualified for the job.
We gave a girl a job, and now we're upset? We want her to be homeless?
Lance Thomas in 2010, as a senior at Duke, purchased over $100,000 in jewelry. Well, that makes no sense.
Well, he was going to the NBA. He could have bought it on credit.
Oh, really? Because he actually did he go to the NBA? How many times did he play in the NBA?
Played in the NBA.
How
he was
long?
a Knick, I'm pretty sure.
How long?
I'm looking it up. I'm on.
4 to 5 years of that, I
Zion
guess.
Williamson's parents got a house.
I don't think that's
Help it
how
out.
credit works. I don't think you
that
can
was the
be
thing.
like, I have no credit, but I may have it in the future, so give me the credit now.
It's like buying stock in a guy. It's like, all right, give me back when you get in the
Like
NBA.
that's what LeBron's mother did, I think, with the Hummer. Basically, it was like, my son's on the cover of Sports Illustrated. I'm pretty sure that's how he got the car.
LeBron went from high school, like,
and he had a Hummer in high school, and the whole thing came out.
But Lance Thomas, how long did he play in the NBA?
All right, so Lance Thomas
4 to 5 years.
He got drafted. He played on the Austin Toros.
Oh, wow.
For 2 years.
Wow.
And then the Pelicans.
Wow.
For a year.
Wait, but no, Rico, what you're saying makes no sense because he didn't get drafted to the NBA. So he could have walked in and been like, I'm about to be a draft pick in the NBA.
Well, jewelry
That's a bad
store employees are
investment
not
for the guy.
necessarily in tune with, the draft boards. He was just probably showed him a media guide, a couple highlights.
Oh, you're saying he just went into a jewelry store
With a Duke sweatshirt on and was like, hey, I play for Duke.
Exactly what he did.
Could be.
He was undrafted.
Undrafted.
But he
was
played like 4 or
undrafted.
5 years, right?
He was undrafted.
He played on the Knicks for a while.
Yeah.
getting booed. People are
He was
booed.
undrafted.
One
So you're
fan.
What?
everything you said is wrong.
No.
You were just getting booed.
Okay.
Boo Rico. Yes, fuck Coach K.
You're getting booed.
Good.
I just don't get why we're not going to appreciate greatness when every person, Albert Pujols this year, what's he doing? Going on a last year tour with the Cardinals. Derek Jeter.
Okay,
Big Pop.
player.
There's got to be a coach that's
Player.
But it's still
A coach's job,
they've done it to the
theoretically,
sport.
is to not make it about themselves.
But he has made college basketball. It's Coach
I
K's
don't debate.
basketball.
Listen, I wish he wasn't retiring. I think it's fun to have him in the mix, whether you root for him or against
hate
him. But a coach who's me,
and then says it's not about me. He actually had the quote, Dave, the gall to say, "I'm kind of sick of the pictures and all the attention."
Because
he
it's
said
exhausting.
that last week.
It's exhausting.
He did a 10-month retirement tour. Roy Williams just
He
left.
had to tell the recruits.
Oh,
the one
my
the recruits
God.
not to come.
It's LeBron James saying, I wish my son wasn't named LeBron
Yeah,
James
that's
Jr.
different, all right?
because it's too much
That's-
pressure to live up to my name. That is what it is.
Marty, can I give you just a little bit of coaching?
That's going on the scorecard, by the way.
Marty, you have just to easy this out. Just say they hate us because they ain't us.
Well, it is true. I know that. It's like I'm a winner, and then everyone can't be in the
I
position.
invented that basically, though, so you can't say that.
But it's a perfect way for you to
It's
reply.
just more when you're always in the spotlight. It's tough to be me. It's tough to be a fan of a team that's really good. Because
And it's doubly worse because you didn't go there. So when you're like, it's tough to be me, you're like, it's.
But I mean,
I don't even know what that means.
But also, people get really upset about you don't go there. I mean, it's fucking really hard to go into. What do you want me to root for? Mount St. Mary baseball?
No. That's the problem I have too. Like you start rooting for teams when you're younger. So
Well, it's also-
I don't. You should only
college-
not root for sports until you're 18 years old.
Yeah, and if
like
you-
I started watching Duke at 7.
If you like college sports, like you and you don't go to a major college, I don't have any problem.
Yeah,
with
my
that.
grandpa was a big Duke fan, so I watched it.
Yeah,
for kids.
I watched Duke lose 2 titles.
But hold on.
Before they won.
I have a problem.
94 and 99.
I have a problem that people that root for Duke, right? But then they say they go to like Providence. You got to be a Providence fan if you go.
Agree.
To that. But you can't be both.
I have
don't
a
like-
problem with people who say they root for Duke and then sit on the couch and root for Texas Tech.
I do too. We get into fights about it on the podcast.
I already defended you.
Game of the year would have been a bad pass.
Can you imagine I root for Texas Tech that game?
That's
You don't
about
have the
money.
relationship
That's
we
about
have.
money.
It was strictly business.
It was a business decision.
Yeah.
It was a business
And
decision.
They, you know.
And you're not a Duke fan.
Okay. Now, all the HP people, make sure you tweet that now.
Did you ever figure out what that was?
Have you figured out
I got
HB?
it. Yeah, I
What I
know
mean.
it.
You do?
Yeah.
What do you think about
Say
it?
it.
Hair plug.
Who told you that? That's not what it means.
Bunch of people tweet. By the way, if that was reversed, you'd cry.
Yeah, oh yeah.
No, you've molded me into a tough individual. Phil Jackson, just out here getting rings.
We just had a guy who said he.
Buddy, you're in
blocked him.
therapy. You're literally in therapy.
A guy just said
something's wrong.
He got blocked because he said Rico couldn't pick his nose, and you blocked him.
You have been in good spirits.
Yes.
This weekend.
He has bad moments. He has moments of like feeling like he's being picked on. And I bet you would take that back, blocking that guy if you could.
I would.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. That's the best
broke
part.
the code.
If Rico unblocks you during this show, he's gonna get in the cab and just block you again.
Before we go to the Hogs for a Cause, what's the deal? Can people just show up and buy tickets and go?
I have no idea.
Hey, is
No idea.
Mincy here? Yes. You can just go. Yes. So we're going to Hogs for the Cause. Come by, support that great cause. We got our own Team Pork Noy, I guess. I bet it's really good, the food. I think that's it. We're good here. We'll be back Monday.
Yes.
Thank you to Walk-Ons, High Noon, Raising Canes.
Thank all you guys for coming out.
I don't know why they just say go Heels.
Thank you.
Go UNC. Go UNC. If you need a Duke hate card, I got more for you. I'll pass them out.
Very sad to see.
All right, see everyone on Monday.
Love you guys.